What's up, everyone? Welcome to the WWE Smackdown Watch Along. It is Friday, February 7th. It's your girl, Denise, and we are about to be here probably for the next several hours. Of course, we got a 3-hour Smackdown that's starting in about 4 minutes, and then from there, I will go ahead and get into the post-show review. So I'll be live for the next almost 4 hours here right now. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're here, thank you very much. If you are a regular, thank you. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy yourself. I am going to be posting the audio in just a second once the show actually begins. And then I do got games for everybody here today. So we kind of got a little bit of everything happening because I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't been doing that many games for the Raw post show. But because I now show the commercials as well. But for SmackDown, though, I do the stream on Stream Direct TV, so we do get commercials. So I'm gonna use that time to like play games with everybody and just like hang out and have a good time. So yeah, Tiger Claw Gaming says 3-hour Smackdowns are cruel and unusual punishment. Well, let me tell you, if you guys think it's cruel and unusual punishment, make sure to click that subscribe button because I'm here gonna be live the whole entire time. And I haven't been live for SmackDown in at least 2 weeks, guys, because last week I was in Indiana for Royal Rumble, and then the week before that I was in Las Vegas. So I took 2 weeks off from streaming SmackDown. So today's my first stream back. I just realized it, which is why I kind of felt like kind of a little bit weird. I felt like, oh damn, because basically, like, whatever I watched from SmackDown the last 2 weeks was on highlights on YouTube since I wasn't on Busted Open either and I wasn't here. I didn't technically have to watch all 3 hours, so your girl kind of took a little bit of a break. But now I'm like, oh shit, I got to get back into the trenches. So I am back in the trenches here today, everyone. So I can't wait. All right. Also, yes, Double S is almost 200K subs. Guys, it is so annoying. I am good. Like these last little subscribers that I'm waiting on. Let me see. They're just going by so slow. Oh wow. Okay, my lucky number, guys. I'm 444 subscribers away from 200,000. 444. That's actually my favorite number. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay. That's the I don't know how many times I've mentioned this to people, but that's the number that I see everywhere. So it's kind of crazy that like I searched it up right now and that's the exact number of subscribers that I'm away from what do you call it, 200K. So I can't believe it. All right, hold on. All right. Let's see. We're still a minute away from the show actually starting. So we'll see. Daniel Molinek says, once you reach 200K, let's start the path to 300K will begin. Oh, it's begun already, guys. My goal was to get to 300K by the end of this year. But considering how slow it's been for me, like to 200K, I'm starting to lose faith. But you never know. We're barely in February and a lot can happen in the next couple of days. Oh, that's why. I was like, why isn't SmackDown starting? Honey, I am on the wrong channel. Hold on. I was watching the news. All right, there we go. Now I'm on the right channel. Clearly, it's my first time ever that I don't even know what channel I'm on. I was sitting here right before I logged on, and I was like, how do I get on SmackDown again? Oh, yeah, Direct TV. All right, as soon as this starts, it hasn't started yet, but as soon as this gets going, I'll get the audio rolling for everybody. Hold on one second. Let's see. It's coming through. All right. And here we go. The show begins. What's on today's show? Like, legit, no idea. I didn't even look. All right. How does the audio sound? Let me know how the audio sounds for everybody. If you can hear me and SmackDown in a nice, balanced fashion, please let the girl know. Thank you, Dr. J. Marish. That's good. Okay, good. All right, well then here we go. We're in business. Let's do this. Also, thank you so much to Joseph. No, wait, where'd you go? Who was it? Oh yeah, Joseph Boza. He says, nice surprise today, Denise, with the Harley Cameron interview. Guys, I was like chasing that interview for a while. It took me like a month to make it happen, but I was so thrilled once it actually happened. And so I was like, yes, we finally got a Harley here on the show. Oh, this is a loaded qualifying match. LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and Jimmy Uso. It better be Drew McIntyre, because I feel like, it sounds like Drew McIntyre is going to do a promo, since that's what they made it seem like right now. Joe Tessitore said we'll hear from Drew McIntyre in some moments. I would love to hear what Drew McIntyre has to say, because this is the first time we've seen him since the Royal Rumble. He's a SmackDown superstar now officially, but also, there were all these reports about him going around after the Royal Rumble that he was very, very unhappy. And so I wonder if he's going to allude to that at all in his promo, since we know that Drew McIntyre really, he doesn't shy away from that, or who knows, obviously maybe they'll turn it into like a story or something if they do, but we'll see. I did see that, thank you so much, David, about Alexa Bliss fighting tonight. I think she's fighting Candace LeRae, right? I did see that on Twitter. That popped up on Twitter. And then that's pretty much all I know. I haven't been up to date with everything yet. I was busy today. And anyways, now I'm here. So yeah, I can't wait.
Dressed up for WWE coming to town.
It was so cold in Indiana, by the way. It was so cold. It was cold for me, at least. There was people that were saying that it was like even less than that, like way colder. Like the temperature was a lot lower, like the week before in Indiana. So I'm like, shit. Like, I'm glad that it went up to the degrees that it went up to, but it was definitely close. Okay, in the meantime, while they show these highlights from Royal Rumble, I'm going to get into some super chats here. Thank you so much to John Taylor for getting the party started up in here. He says, Denise Goth Queen Salcedo. See what happens when someone brings up Karrion Kross in a WrestleMania match? Her soul and her hair both go dark. JK, love the hair. Thank you so much, John. So it's funny because my hair probably looks black to a lot of you guys. Does it look black? If it looks black, please let me know, because you will be shocked to find out that it is not black. My hair is actually dark brown. Specifically, I went into the salon today and I was like, oh yeah, I want black hair. And the girl was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Like black hair dye is like really bad for you, blah, blah, blah. Like it's bad for your hair, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, what should I do? She was like, just do dark brown. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do dark brown. And so we did dark brown, and that is the color of my hair. But because I had like lighter hair, it looks a lot darker than that. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I decided to do just a darker vibe. But thank you so much to John Taylor. We got Sampai Boom who says, hey, Denise, will you watch Super Bowl this Sunday for the halftime show? Yes, I will be watching the Super Bowl for sure. I won't be streaming or anything, but I will be watching the show. I watch every year. So, yeah, I'll definitely be. I bought a square, so maybe I'll win some money. Let's see if I win some money. I bought one square. So let's see if I get really incredibly lucky and come into some Super Bowl money. We'll see. Sampai Boom, thank you so much for the super chat, and I hope that you are also watching the Super Bowl this weekend and that you have a good time doing so. We got Taylor Cannon here, has been a member now for 23 months of the DWO. It says, hello, Denise, celebrating my 41st with the DWO. Oh my God, Taylor, is it your birthday? Taylor, happy birthday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's your birthday. I'm like, I didn't realize that you were a February baby, but that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for coming in here to the stream, and hopefully you have a good time. I hope you order yourself some snacks or something. It's a Friday night. Nothing is better than celebrating your birthday on a Friday night. Friday night's the best night to celebrate your birthday because you don't have to worry about like going to work Saturday and Sunday. You got like bonus days to relax. We all know that the real relaxing day is Friday night, except for me. But for other people, Friday nights it is. Steven777 says, Denise, the hair looks amazing, friend. Thank you so much, Steven. It's very kind of you. I'm feeling good. Let's see how long I get bored of this look and then I come out with something else, because I think like in the last year, I have been blonde, red, brown, now this, dark brown. I've gone through the colors. John Taylor here says, make Denise feel better about having to watch 3 Hour Smackdown by getting her to 200K for the love of all that is holy. Dude, I'm like so irritated. Like, I'm like, why is it taking forever? Like, why? YouTube algorithm gods, please. I just feel like it's taking forever. I feel like the YouTube algorithm gods are trolling me right now. They're like, "Oh, you want 200K? Well, we're gonna make you wait." You know, when you go to the doctor, you have an appointment. You know it's coming, right? But they take forever to call your name, and you're just in the lobby waiting. Then they finally call your name, and you go into the room. And then you wait another extra hour for the doctor to come in. That's what it feels like right now. John, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, man, it's funny. Oh, I know. Dr. J. Merritt is still waiting on purple. Yeah, I don't know if I have the guts to do it. Maybe I'll add some of it in the bottom at some point, but I did see a girl at Indiana who had like dark black hair with purple highlights in the bottom, and it looked so pretty, and I was like, shit, but I'm sure it must be like really hard to maintain. But I did see that girl with that hair, and I really, really liked it. Daryl McCluskey says, hey, Denise, my birthday was last Monday. Daryl, I hope you had a good one, man. Another February baby. Seems like we got quite a few February babies here. Let's go. Hey, we got the infamous DJ One who says, yeet, finally, I'm catching Denise live. Let's go. I'm so glad. I always get excited when people can hop into the stream live. Thank you, Charles. He says, Denise, brown hair is my favorite for the ladies. I thank you so much. Thank you. Jay Grouse 9 says, go Bailey purple. I'm telling you guys, it must be so hard to maintain. Like, I did red and it faded so fast. Like, I was a redhead for like 2 months and then that's it. It was completely gone. I learned that if you want red hair, you have to constantly be touching it up. And it was just not able to happen.
And just think about who was left.
Friend says, has the WWE logo on the mat always been that color? I haven't watched SmackDown for a few weeks. Yeah, so if you've been missing SmackDown, you probably missed that they made this new change. So this is as of late, the mat has been blue, and they recently put the WWE logo on the ring too. So yeah, all this is pretty much new, but not too new. I guess it just depends on when the last time you watched SmackDown was. Hey, thank you so much to Sheldon Jackson, who just gifted 5 DWO memberships. Thank you so much, Sheldon. Thank you. We got Super Fro in the house. What's up, Super Fro? We also got Jay Moscow, Nick the Creator. Let's see who we got here. We got Spirit 11. Thank you so much for hopping in. Jared Palmer. Icy. What's up, Icy? Who else do we got? We got CC Funk 1. Thank you so much, CC Funk 1. All right, let's see what Jay says. So Jay had a very emotional promo on Raw, in case you guys missed it. I imagine this one he's probably going to be a little bit more like on maybe not the non-emotional side. This time he's got the shades on, so I'm assuming this promo is going to be a little bit more different than the last one. All right, let's see what Jay says. Oh my God, we're going again? Oh man, that's why I talked all over the entrance. I'm like, we already know what the Yeet entrance is like. For the folks at home, we can focus on something else, but I guess we're going for a second round. Luis Arturo Mendez says, we got brunette Denise. The color looks good on you. Thank you so much, Luis. This was the color of my roots. So she just matched my whole hair to match my roots. So at least now I won't have to touch up my hair every like couple of weeks. Thank you so much, Louise.
Main event Jey Uso is now in your city.
All right, here we go. Now we'll get the promo. Watch him go for round 3. Imagine he's like, nah, screw this, round 3.
Hey, look, I had a hell of a week. I got a lot of love from my family, from my friends, and from the fans. Your 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner.
Thank you so much, W. Stein. I'm so glad you watched the interview with Harley. Hello to Sin Stalker, Anthony Soli, XZ Trek Jedi, Jeremy. We got Kieran, Dylan Johnson in the house. Thank you so much to everyone who's logging in. Big G. I'm glad that they had him come out on SmackDown too to cut a promo, because I feel like
Well, look, I'm here to pick a champion.
they should, you know?
WrestleMania, right? On Monday night, I had the ring general Gunther. So it's only right for me to pull up on Friday Night SmackDown and stand face to face with the WWE champ. So Memphis.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did say he was
Man,
going to
help
come
me
talk to
welcome
Cody.
my
That's
dog.
right. He said this on Raw. I remember now.
The American Nightmare.
And I had said, I just wish he just like flat out said he was going for
Cody
Gunther, because we all know it.
Rhodes.
Like this to me, like him coming to confront Cody Rhodes, this is just filler to me. Unless right now we get like an insane promo. Even then, even if we get an insane promo between Cody and Jay, we still know Jay's going to face Gunther. So again, this to me is just filler because we already know he's facing Gunther. Unless Triple H decides us to drastically swerve us. However, I don't think the fans would be thrilled if that was Cody's WrestleMania match was against Jay. So I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that it's a sure thing it's probably not Jay and Cody at WrestleMania. The pimp says Cody and Jay about to have a compliment war. The fans had to yeet and whoa. Oh my gosh, if you think about it, I've been thinking about wrestling exercises. This is really stupid. This is what I think about in my head. So remember when we were doing the yeet entrance and I was talking about how, like, you know, you do it the whole entire time through, like your arms start to hurt. Think about it. If you do like wrestling aerobics, like this is the thing. You got the yeet, you got the whoa, you got the yeet again, you got the whoa. You keep doing this for like 30 minutes and throw in some other ones. There's some other ones. If you throw in, I don't know, add the Brock Lesnar. You're doing this, the yeet, the whoa. Like I'm telling you, you can do wrestling aerobics. And there's more that I'm not thinking about right now. And you combine them all together, you got a whole ass workout routine. This is what I think about. Rhea high kicks, exactly. Imagine they're like, all right, 30 seconds of the Brock, 30 seconds of like, do 5 brutality Rhea Ripley kicks. Give me 5 minutes of yeets. The Orton pose, you throw it out there. I'm telling you. Super Fro says combine them. Oh, you have a TikTok dance. Literally. I should probably get on this. I've been thinking about this for longer than I care to admit. I've been thinking about this for a while. Braun's, yeah, exactly. Braun Breaker's rope running too.
Main event, Jey Uso. I think I know what you want to talk about.
2024 Royal Rumble winner. 2025 Royal Rumble winner.
Oos. You know why I'm here, right? You do? I got two choices to make, Goose. Just two. I can stand across from you on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. That'll mean a lot to me. Or I can stand next to you. You still WWE champ, and me, new world heavyweight champion.
Okay. At least he's acknowledging that.
Quite the choice to make. You know, I spoke to my doctor this week after the ladder match. You know what he told me? He told me I've got fluid on my elbow that needs to be drained. Told me I got a hip out of alignment.
Oh,
a
no.
bunch of other lower back medical jargon I wasn't paying attention that much to. I mean, my doctor's a nice guy. He's not the WWE champion. And one of the things
I would hope not.
that he left out, Jay, is
I would want a real
a
doctor.
good diagnosis. How full my heart is, how absolutely 100% proud I am of Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble.
I buy it. I buy it.
I know it's your choice, but that sign right there, having fought for it, having taken my choice away last year and having to win it back, that's your sign to point at. This is your WrestleMania, Jay. And you and I, we've had some good moments in this ring. We've won tag team gold, had a libation or two.
Oh, that's right. At the presser.
You know, this
I think, right?
here arena's right off Beale Street. We could do that all over again, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But Jay, as much as you have this choice,
I just
I
realized
have to go
Cody
to
has his
WrestleMania,
logo
and for
as
this title reign to
cufflinks.
be complete.
Just
Not
realized
only
that.
do I have to go to WrestleMania, not only do I have to be in the main event, I have to win. So if you choose me, let's make a memory here tonight in Memphis. Let's have some absolute fun because it will be the last time. You feel me, sir?
What? Why is he talking like that? You feel me, sir? That didn't sound like words Cody normally uses. But here we go. The AI husband is here, Jacob Fatu.
Well, I mentioned a line of superstars waiting to
Dude, we still haven't seen anything from Solo Sikoa, right? Since he walked away?
These two were not part of the congregation.
Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga by his side.
Clear statement made on SmackDown last week that Fatu and Tonga are here to run SmackDown by any means necessary. That may well involve taking out the likes of Jey Uso and, of course, the champ Cody Rhodes.
You think we're going to get a tag team match tonight? You think this is what this is leading to? Let's see. Feels like it might be. Yeah. That's so weird.
Yeah!
We're just making sounds now. No one has said a real word.
First off, Cody Rhodes. Last year, you took that title from my family.
Yeah, he did.
But as of now, Cody, my family needs that title back.
I wonder if he's speaking on like for him, for Solo, for Roman. Clearly he's speaking for
Which is that
himself
takes
or for
me to
Solo.
you, Jey Uso, big cousin, Mr. Yee Man, Mr. 25 Royal Rumble winner. Hey, big cousin, don't get this twisted. Let's just keep it 100. If there was anybody to bring back that title to the family, it's sure in the hell wouldn't be your ass.
Damn, no faith in his big cousin.
Oh, super kick right
Oh
to
yeah,
the
this is
spot.
totally going into a
And they're
tag team
going at
match.
it.
No words necessary from Jey Uso. Oh my God.
Fatu right over the champ.
The dogs are off the chain. And SmackDown is in big trouble.
Carolyn Whitney says I had to try to explain the yeah to my dad last week. I told him just to go with it.
Said my family needs
I'm-
that title back.
I mean, if there's anything we've learned, guys, and we've talked about this all the times, but very, very simple
Jey meets him halfway.
chants
Just in the
tend
nick of
to
time
work
for
for
Cody
people.
Rhodes. Cody
Like
puts a
some of the most
connect.
popular phrases, chants in wrestling have been short words. And sound effects at this point. Like, for example, Booker T, when he does that bit with Stephanie McIntyre, like that's now a thing. Like, anything that you do repetitively like that, even if it sounds so foolish, it'll work at some point.
And still to come. The EST walking in.
Oh, wow, they look so good. Bianca and Naomi.
Former champ with
So
Naomi
much
by her
gold.
side. She's looking at a chance for
Wow.
gold. If she can
Gold's
get
on the
past
waist,
Piper
gold's
Niven.
on the clothes,
Next.
gold everywhere. All right, we are on our first commercial break. Let me mute the commercials and let me catch up on these super chats, and then we'll go ahead and get into some games here. We got Dan Lutzka who says, I'm gonna be a heel. Do you think they will strip Cody because they were saying he was hurt after the ladder match? And Dan Lutzka follows up by saying, I guess not. No, from the looks of it, I mean, he just kind of acknowledged a little bit of like how he was told all of these things by his doctor, but it looks like at the end of the day, it's nothing too serious to keep him out of action. So I can't imagine like right now, like Cody getting hurt and for him to like lose the title. Oh, that would be awful. It would be awful because like we took forever for him to finish his story, and it would suck if he ever had to like drop the belt due to injury. Like that would just be horrible. Obviously if he's going to drop the belt, you want that to be in defeat. You want that to be for the purpose of getting somebody else over, for the purpose of making another star, not for the purpose of like just because you're injured, which would suck so bad. So thankfully not. Thankfully, we're all good as of right now. So, Dan, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Alrighty, everyone. So let's go ahead and get into some games. So what I got for today is guess the wrestler. It is photos from the Royal Rumble, and you guys just have to guess which wrestler is on the screen with the little tiny image. So some of these might be easy, some of these might be a little bit more difficult, but let's get with the program. Let's start with this one here. Who is this? And I will be keeping an eye out on the chat here to see who gets these in at a nice amount of time. Who is this? XD Trek Jedi wants to know if I've got any titties today. No titties today. I just got pictures from the Royal Rumble. All right, here we go. Trevor Al was the first one with the correct answer, which is Shayna Baszler. Then it was Dawn and Ahran and Brian Powers, Christian and Double F, Larice, Six Maxwell, and Chris Holsinger. All right, so yeah, the answer we're looking for, and this is the actual picture, is Shayna Baszler. All right, so let's do another one. How about this one? Who is this? All right. And if your answer was Roxanne Perez, you are correct. Ahren got that. And let's see who else got that. Hold on. Ahren got that. Dawn got that one. And Double S, Jared Palmer, Larice Johnson, Eggsy Trek Jedi, Daniel Turner, David Primero, and Andrea Price, Rox, and Super Fro. All right, those were some of the ones that got it here. And here is the original picture there of Roxanne Perez. She did so good in the Rumble. Good for her, man. Good for her. All right, let's see. Here's the next one. Let's do this one. Who is this? And we're back on SmackDown.
Wade Barrett, GM Nick Aldis wasting.
Oh, there it is. Bryn Hawking. Yup. Thank you for the super chat. And yes, looks like we are having the tag team match tonight. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. Thank you, Bryn. All right. Let me see. If your answer was Jimmy Uso, you are correct. Daniel, Nick the Creator, Jared Palmer, Ahren had that, and Christian, and Dante, Dr. J, Arthur, the infamous DJ1, Jay Moscow, Steven, Larice, and Super Pro, Don, Chris,
challenge she faces here.
Maxwell, Eggsy, Double S, Infamous, Austin Wright, Desi Baby, Andrea, Spirit Spiral, and Gary Sirico. All right, and this was the original picture. Good job. Hell yeah. All right, and we're back on SmackDown. All right, so we're getting Chelsea and Piper versus Naomi and Bianca. Okay, this should be fun.
We're predicting Bianca would win the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, this is a
yes,
plan of attack.
Yes, Jessa. EST skip.
For the EST.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, I got a whole bit going. All of that stuff, if you do it like non-stop, you will literally be tired as all hell.
Getting right back into the mix of things with qualification for the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Oh my God. I'm already at, I'm going to do chair exercises.
Will make their way to Toronto.
Funny. Oh man. Thank you, Chris Robinson, for the kind comment. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. We're kicking things off with Piper and Bianca. All right, here we go. This should be a decent match. Dude, 2 seconds in and she's already going for a KOD on Piper. Girl, what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Bianca?
Niven has probably been skating on some thin ice as Chelsea's Secret Service, but managed to cling on to a role for now. Surely wants to take out some revenge on Bianca Belair.
The start for Bianca. Early on, just driving that shoulder into Piper.
Oh, this is good. Infamous DJ wants us. I do chair exercises 6 days a week. Hey, you got to do whatever you can, man. I took a walk today. A nice 25-minute walk.
Have received quite the beating this week. A very different kind of beating to the wall. But Bianca Belair.
And I think I walked yesterday too. I walked yesterday and today.
See how she used the parade to
That's because I was too cheap to pay for a Lyft ride, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna walk home. So I did, because these Lyft rides are like getting ridiculous, guys. They're ridiculous at this point. It's, you're like, oh, I just want to go to the store, and they're like $20 to go to the store. You're crazy. I will walk.
Who is the newest?
And I did.
We are trying to broadcast.
The cool thing about walking, though, a little bit more is that I realized that I pay attention to things like stores and stuff more than I do when I'm driving, obviously, because I'm looking on the road. And I discovered new places. I discovered a new flower shop today that I didn't even know was by my house. I went in and now I'm a customer. So little things like that is why I like walking, because you discover places.
In a women's elimination chamber qualifying match, the running senton as Piper Niven is getting the best of the EST here. A chance to get to the elimination chamber.
Oh man, we got a commercial. All right. We are on a commercial. Hey, what's up to 23 Fresh? Thank you so much for hopping on into the stream. Brian Power says it's 18 degrees out. I'm not walking anywhere. Oh, today was nice for us. It wasn't like sunny. It was more so like 60. I don't know. I think it was like 60 something degrees when I was walking. So it was kind of nice. Yeah. Icy says walking can be therapeutic. Yeah, I saw that somewhere that if you walk for like 15 minutes a day or something, I forgot what the exact number was. They were like, that's the best way to like boost. Apparently it helps out with like your creativity or something. I'm not really too sure because you start to think of different things and I don't know, whatever. The point, so I thought, okay, maybe it'll be a good idea if I like start walking and seeing what ideas I think of while I'm walking. I didn't come up with no ideas. All I did was listen to music and then wait, actually I didn't even, yeah, I did listen to music. I listened to music, went to the flower shop, and then afterwards went home and then it was just like, oh, I'm exhausted. But yeah. Okay, see, look, infamous DJ1 says walking helps with mental health also. Okay, see, I don't know, I can see that because I feel like when you're walking, you're not really thinking about work, you're not thinking about things that make you sad, you're just walking. Anyways, I'm now promoting walking. That's gonna be my new thing now. All right. Brent Hawkins says, if you use your VPN, don't get break that much. Oh, I know. I've been using it for Tuesdays and for when have I been using it? Yeah, for NXT and Mondays on Raw. I've been using it for both of those, but today I didn't. Today I'm just doing Stream Direct TV. Jared Palmer says, I hope Charlotte don't bury Tiffany. I hope not either, man. I really, really hope that we actually get to see Tiffany defeat Charlotte Flair. I feel like I've been saying it nonstop. I hope that it does happen. I don't know what the fan reaction is going to be if Charlotte does defeat Tiffany, but we'll see. Tracy WV88 here, who's been a member from the DWO now for 13 months, says, love your hair, Denise. My birthday was last Sunday. Oh, Tracy, I hope you had a nice birthday weekend. I wish I would have been streaming on Sunday, but actually, those Sunday streams are rare. So I hope you had a really nice birthday, Tracy. And thank you so much for the compliment as well, Tracy. Thank you so much. And for being a member now for 13 months. Oh, man. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is nice. Arthur Thompson says he and his sister Andrea walk 3 days a week. Oh, that's definitely good. Double S says walking definitely helps with mental health. All right. I definitely need to start walking more because I feel like lately I've been in a rut. Where you feel like you do the exact same thing every day. And I'm like, damn, I need a break away from this cycle of doing the same thing every day. I started to feel like it was driving me a little crazy. And so I'm trying to do things a little bit differently. Sometimes it's very hard though, because my schedule doesn't really allow it. But I'm trying to find ways to do something different every day.
And a kick out at 2. This is a critical match. Women's Elimination Chamber.
Bailey Darley's in the building, says excited to see Alexa Bliss. Me too. God, it's been so. I mean, when was her last match? Let me pull that up.
Bianca, what a test of strength as she's trying to go for the KOD instead. A headbutt by Piper Wade.
Well, we know the incredible feats of strength that Belair can pull off. Oh, but only
all right, Alexa Bliss's last match, besides the Rumble, obviously, was oh my gosh, the Royal Rumble before that. Damn. So we haven't seen Alexa Bliss in a singles match since January 28th, 2023. What? I can't even comprehend that. 2023. January 2023.
Bianca, the spear. And now
January 2023. Sorry, I'm still processing. Wow. It really is a long time. And that's obviously not including her Royal Rumble return, clearly, but still. Wow. Bailey, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you very much.
To Bianca Belair. She is going up top, trying to finish her off, but instead,
there's Bianca going for another KOD.
For the EST.
Tried once before, failed already, and once again, just too big a mountain to climb for Bianca Belair.
Slammed down again. We first fought back in December. This is only the second time they've gone one-on-one, and Piper acquitted herself well in terms of countering with power now for the win to advance.
I want to see more of Chelsea Green defending her United States Championship. I know the bit is like she's supposed to be like, you know, she's not like your workhorse kind of a champion. She kind of has Piper, you know, really doing all of the legwork. But for this particular reason, but I still want to see Chelsea like have more matches though.
Tried to interfere on the apron. Bianca tossed her into
but she's
the ring.
more of a personality. She's more of a personality.
Slammed her on top of
but
Chelsea
still,
and came up with the win.
I would like to see her wrestle and defend the title a little bit more. I feel like she can find people to have met. Oh, there she finally got her.
Look at the
she finally got her for the KOD. Like we've seen Bianca do this, and it's still crazy. Look at her legs were trembling. Oh my God. From that view, you can see Bianca's legs trembling. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, that view was crazy.
While spots are filling up in the women's elimination chamber, now joining Liv Morgan, who qualified this.
All right, so there you go. Bianca's in. She joins Liv Morgan for the elimination chamber match, and there are still 4 more spots left.
2 of the 6 entrants for elimination chamber now set. You see them there.
Oh, Casey and Katana, are they going to SmackDown?
Nice. What's up, Slick? You talk to me?
Man, they really just keep moving Casey and Katana around everywhere. It seems like they just can't find the place that they belong on.
Me in the elimination chamber, giving me a bye the same way you did Cena. We really ain't got nothing to talk about.
Oh, I think we do have something to talk about because you see, I had a phone call earlier from Adam Pearce, and he made a request for you to face a Raw superstar tonight, and I've granted that request.
No, we're not.
Ooh, who's the Raw superstar?
You tried it with Strowman. You tried it with Priest. I'm all good on that.
Come on in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's him right
I
now.
bet it is.
Akira.
Oh, it's Tazawa.
Carmelo.
I was expecting someone totally different.
Because, if you may remember, you cost him his spot in the Royal Rumble. That means you could have cost him his
Oh,
spot in
that's
the main event
right.
of
He
WrestleMania,
attacked
and
him
I
at the
think
Rumble.
that deserves a
Okay,
match.
yeah, that makes
You know
sense.
what? I changed my mind.
You know what?
Anyway.
Good for Akira
Perfect.
Tazawa.
Exactly. I'd love to wrestle you, man.
I'm glad he's going to have a chance at trying to get his revenge on Carmelo.
What?
Elbow.
Who does this guy think he is? Oh, we're going to see an air ball. We're going to see an air ball.
We'll see it in the ring.
It's the ring.
Oh my gosh, don't tell me that's going to be the new thing.
Fun.
Airball.
Hey, DIY got a
Oh
helping
man.
hand, retaining the tag team
Wow.
championships.
All right, so with that being said, oh yeah, going back to Hayden and Katana. So the thing about them is that I feel like they are a good tag team, but for whatever reason, they just have not been able to get over at all. They tried so hard in NXT, and they still didn't get over with their gimmick that they were doing, like the party girl stuff. And then they went to Raw, and it was the exact same thing. They were pretty much like just they were just there on the show, and I guess they didn't really like stand out there either. Now they're on SmackDown. We'll see how their SmackDown careers progress there, but for the most part, I feel like they have struggled to like develop personalities that people care about, but people like them when they're in the ring. But then that's kind of like they keep being forgotten about. They're constantly in a position where they're forgotten about, which kind of sucks for them. But I've been seeing it, and it's been happening all the time for them. So we'll see how their SmackDown time goes. But yeah. Infamous DJ1 says Caden's vids with Priest are hilarious. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I've seen a few of those. Let's see. Yeah, Christian here says they aren't being used steadily, popping up now and then. Identity finds get you over. Yeah, they come and go. Like I said, like they appear, they disappear, they appear, they disappear. But I think part of it has to do with the fact that they haven't found the right character for them. Like they're just there. Like the party girl gimmick was not really working. I don't think people really cared about the party girl gimmick. So you know, it is what it is. So hopefully they can figure it out. MJ says, when's the 200K celebration live stream? Oh, it's taking forever. I want to cry. Let me see where I'm at right now. It's going to be probably still a bit. It's probably still going to be a bit. Hold on. I have to do the math. I'm slow at math, so hold on. Math is not my strong suit. Oh, we still need 436 subscribers. 436. So it'll be a minute till there's the 200K celebration live stream. It'll be a minute. All right. Let's go ahead and get into some more games in the meantime. Let's see. Remember, we are doing Guess the Wrestler with the Royal Rumble picture. And here we go. Let's see. Let's do this one. Who is this? I think everyone's going to know this one. Everyone is going to know this one. Oh no, I ran out of water. No. All right. If your answer was Speed, you are definitely correct. I'm pretty sure everyone knew this one because everyone's seen the video like 100 times. Let's see. VSW had that. Where'd you go? Oh, yeah. Okay, VSW. Icy had that. Atticus had that. Let's see. We got David Primero, Jeremiah Pete, Chris Holsinger, Jared, Jay Moscow, Double S, the DJ, infamous DJ, Larice Johnson, Davion Washington, Dante Bishop, Don Carlton, Rally Cap, Austin, Wilbur, Andrea, and Big G, and so many others. All right, but let's keep it moving. And let's do this one. Who is this? Hold on. Who is this? All right, and let's see. We have the answers. VSW. If you guys got Santos Escobar, you are correct. VSW had that. Rally Cap had that. Davion Christian also had that. Don Superfro, Jay, and we are back on SmackDown. So, I hadn't seen this. Is this a preview for that one show
For a second now.
that they're doing? Legends and Future Greats.
I've been in this business long time, right?
Oh, it's The
I know, 'cause
Undertaker.
you've been in it longer than me. If I'm your coach,
When
I
does it
expect
start?
everything.
I know they just showed it right now,
from
but
you,
I wasn't paying
and then I
attention to when it
expect even
starts.
more. That's how important this business is to me still. Lace them up tight, get ready, because you're about to partake in something that's going to change your world, change your life.
Folks, I'm telling you, this is a
Premieres Sunday, February 16th.
Premieres Sunday.
I kind of want to check it out because I want to see. I'm assuming it kind of seems like it's a little mixture between Tough Enough and NXT. That's what it feels like, a mixture of both. So I'm curious to see. I like those kinds of shows where we see people like try to become wrestlers. I like to see the stories. I like that type of stuff. WWE had another show, and I forget what it was called. Maybe someone here can remind me. Baron Corbin was on it. And it was also about like young people trying to make it into the business. But it wasn't Tough Enough, though. This was way after Tough Enough. Oh my God.
Best tag team in the world.
What was that show called?
Do the thing. Do it. Everybody knows the BTTITW is the
Maybe somebody here will remember. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It wasn't Tough Enough. It was something, it was something afterwards. It's way after.
It's safe to say that the chances of the
Hey, thank you so much, Pokemat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for following on Twitch and YouTube.
Officially dead. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, guys. And it's hard because we have nothing but respect for the Motor City Machine Guns. They are two independent legends. 11 years ago, they were our favorite tag team. So tonight in Memphis, if you could, everybody in this arena, everybody watching from home, please stand up.
Stand up. Everyone stand up. Get out of your seats. Stand up. Come on, please. This is serious.
Memphis, please.
This is serious.
Memphis, this is
Everyone
for the
stand
Motor
up.
City
It's
Machine
serious.
Guns. Take your hats off. Bow your heads in silence. Silence.
I was about to say, I thought Trumpet was about to like snap, but the crowd wasn't listening to his cue. Breaking ground. Thank you. Oh my God. I was trying to remember it. Even right now, I was sitting here watching this promo and thinking about what the hell the name of the show was. Breaking ground. That's the one. That's the one.
Back there having
I
fun,
used to
of
enjoy
course,
that
watching.
show.
Interrupting a moment of silence, mind you.
They didn't have it for that long,
Because
did
we
they? Let me
felt
see.
it was important to come out here and remind you guys of all the help we've given you to keep
Wow, this was
those NXT
2015,
Tag Team Championships.
2016.
What's important is that you respect the moment.
Wow, it's been that long?
Silence.
1 minute, moment of silence. We're gonna do it.
Yes, that's the one that I used to watch. I used to
Gentlemen,
like that show.
gentlemen, please. Sorry to interrupt, but
Jay Moscow says there was only one season. Yeah, I remember it being very short. And I was bummed when they like stopped doing it.
About those tag team titles, that would be my job. And as for you two, you don't exactly deserve a title shot, but I'm going to give you the chance to earn one.
Okay.
Let's do Pretty Deadly versus DIY in a non-title match, and if Pretty Deadly get your hand raised, well, you'll be in line for a title shot. Oh, and one more thing.
No.
One more thing.
Next week.
That match, well, that starts right now.
What?
We got Johnny T says, what do you call Pretty Deadly's tops? I don't know because I, as a lady, cannot wear those tops, okay? If I wore that or any gals wore that, yeah. We would definitely be getting a lot of attention. I don't know what they're called, but usually like the girls, if the girls do wear those, it'll be like a tube top with then that little portion on top of it. But to be honest, like I don't really see those that often. Like they're not really a thing that I see when I go to the store. They also look incredibly uncomfortable. Like I don't think I would ever wear those because I don't think there's anything worse. And the girls here on the stream could like tell me what you guys think, but I absolutely hate wearing anything that is tight around my shoulder. Like a tight anything on my shoulder is to me the absolute worst thing. Now, if I have something that's connected like this and then to my shoulder, like Pretty Deadly, that is incredibly uncomfortable. I would never wear that. Even with the tube top. So anyways, I just broke down Pretty Deadly's look and why I would never wear it, only because I don't like that style of clothes because it would just make me terribly uncomfortable. Thank you. Tracy agrees. Thank you. Yeah, it's like nothing's worse than like your arms feeling constricted like that. Like it just doesn't, it's not enjoyable as a lady. Thank you so much, Tracy, for backing me up here. Hyperfilms 444 says if you'll wear it, you'll get more cheers than Alexa Bliss. Oh my God. Oh heck no. Anyways. Yeah, Don says having something around the arms is worse than a bra. Hey, I've been bra free since 2013 because those shits suck. All right. They are awful. If you are a guy and you've never worn a bra, they suck. They are horrible. They are the worst, the drizzling shits, okay? The worst and my least favorite thing, and this was the final straw for me and why I ditched them, is they have wires. And nothing is worse than one of the wires pops out and starts stabbing you in the freaking skin. So you're out doing your business, working, going to school, whatever it is that you're doing, and you got a wire that is constantly stabbing you in the freaking body. So nope, bra free since 2013. I also don't know if it was 2013, but it rhymes, so I stick with 2013. But it was around that time where I was like, nope, never again. And nope, gone. You don't need them. No. So yeah. Destiny Baby says, I've worn one of those over a crop top to a rave, and they are not the most comfortable. See, I knew it. Yeah, those are the ones, like, usually when I have seen them, it is girls like wearing them to the rave and stuff. Yeah. Yes. All right. King of Strong Style says, you hear that? Denise is wearing a wire. Oh man. All right, we're back on the show. Johnny T says, I don't wear bras either. LOL, free commando.
Tag team action between DIY, the champions,
all right.
and Pretty Deadly. This is a
Hopefully this is
non-title match for an opportunity for Pretty Deadly Way to prove it.
Hopefully this is enjoyable.
Shot, a match that was just made right before the commercial break by General Manager Nick Aldis.
Rudy Botha says, what if you are running? Sports bras are fine. They don't have wires. They're just very, very tight. And I hate putting sports bras on because you gotta like stretch them out, put them over your big ass head. They finally get in there. They're awful too. I hate them all. But those ones you do have to wear if you're running. Melissa Cabello says, Denise, are you live streaming tomorrow? No, tomorrow is my grandparents' anniversary party. So I will not be live streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is that, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. What's up, Cisco? Thank you so much for tuning into the stream.
Guys, bell to bell, showing that they belong at the top of the card and in the championship conversation.
No doubt about it. You can put the
Ciampa's wrestling in his pants. I just realized that.
Prince and Wilson.
Just a new intensity in the eyes of Pretty Deadly. Once that bell rings, they look so much better for it. Perhaps closing in on securing themselves a championship opportunity here.
See the teamwork now from Kit and Elton. Back and forth they go. Gargano able to get out of the way. Springboarding right into it. Into the cover. To earn a title shot, and Ciampa comes in to break it.
Brian here says, Denise, what are your thoughts on Cedric Alexander being released by WWE? He posted on his social media that I think he has his 90 days, and then he'll be like, you know, out and about, able to like go someplace else. I feel bad for him because he's been waiting for a while. What, like 8 years, I think? Yeah, 8.5 years. That's what it was. 8.5 years.
Center of the ring. Toe-to-toe.
Obviously, I'm a little bit surprised by that one because he had been on NXT as of late. And even though he wasn't involved like in anything major on NXT, the big thing about NXT is that they need guys. They really do need guys. And Cedric, I thought, helped fill a void of just having male talent on the show that can actually just like go and have good matches. And so even though I wasn't expecting him to like become NXT champion or anything crazy, he kind of felt like he was just there. But regardless, I still think that he brought something to the show. And I was enjoying what we were seeing from Cedric Alexander on NXT as of late. Pretty Deadly just got the win there on Ciampa and Gargano. But you know, it's something that's not too surprising because also he was on the main roster and got sent over to NXT. And I feel like that's always kind of like, you know, obviously not a good sign, right? When you go from main roster to NXT, because it kind of feels like, you know, it just wasn't. Usually when that happens, it's because it wasn't working out on the main roster, which is not, you know, a good sign. So I still think they had to release him just based off the fact that I do think he was needed, but until they brought in more people. But yeah, I do feel bad for him. You always feel bad, especially when you never want to see anyone lose their job ever, whether you're a fan or not a fan. You don't want to see anyone lose their job. And then on top of that, especially when someone has been with the company for such a long time, that's obviously going to suck. But I wouldn't be surprised if he and one of the things that I have talked to with a lot of wrestlers that get released is that some of them, like, they see it coming, you know? There's kind of like why is America accepted? It's kind of just like, you know, people see the red flags. People see they get the bad vibes or whatever it is, something that goes wrong, and you're just like, maybe that's a sign that this is not going to work out. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he had those signs. I have no idea. Obviously, I can't speak for him, but I imagine that given how many times, people have been released, I feel like they would probably expected a little bit more now, which sucks. But that was one of the things I remember when I interviewed Dijak. He had told me, he was like, he talked about some of the red flags that he kind of started to pick up on and maybe started feeling like his job was insecure. And then he basically like issued out a warning to the locker room, and he said, like, always have a backup plan, always have a plan B, because you just never know when it could be you. You never know where you could be the one to lose your job. And we've seen it happen so much. Thankfully, we haven't had like any mass releases like the ones that happened during COVID. Thankfully, none of those have come about. But still, it is something that's unfortunate whenever you do see it, because for a lot of people, if you are a pro wrestler, your dream is WWE. And while we have seen people come back and we have seen success stories, there are a lot of, for every success story, there's at least 5 or 10 that didn't have the return, that didn't make it back. So it really just depends on what you do afterwards. Of course, there's things that you can control, and then there's things that you can't control. So yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, for sure. For sure. Anyways, Carlton Lundberg, yeah, that was from Dijak. The interview with Dijak, he spoke a lot about that when he got released from WWE. And he spoke about that in our interview. So you can check that out. It's up here on the channel. Alrighty. With that being said, let's see. Alrighty. Let me go back to the game then, since we got time. All right. WrestleMania, guess the wrestler. Here we go. Here is the next one. Who is this? This one might be a little harder. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Andrew Tam. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Andrew also asked if I'm going to Elimination Chamber. Yes, I am. Actually, finally bought my flight ticket and my hotel today. No one's gotten it so far, by the way. No one has gotten this one yet. Ooh, yeah. I got a hard one. Woohoo. Woohoo. I got a hard one. No one's guessed it. I'm like, it's not LA Knight, guys. Not LA Knight. It's not Shinsuke. Oh, wait, somebody got it. Somebody got it. It's Rudy Botha. The answer we were looking for is Otis. I 6 zoomed in to the print of his clothes there. But there you go, Otis. Larice Johnson also guessed that one. Good job, guys. All right, we're back on SmackDown. I'll do more in the next commercial.
We've got a great main event coming up. You can see it by way of Topps cards there. You see Cody,
right.
Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga.
Chris and Cholies.
With Topps Chrome trading cards.
Double F. I got a hard one brought to you by Blue Chew.
From your favorite SmackDown, Raw,
I got a hard one.
There's a
That's going to be my new saying here on this channel. I got a hard one.
Pick up a box of Topps Chrome now.
But you got to sing it, though. You got to sing it.
Look, I'll admit.
All right, Andrade and The Miz. Let's see.
I was impressed last week. You have great in-ring ability. Your ability and my expertise, you could learn so much from.
Is he trying to recruit Andrade?
I did. You did? I learned. Yes.
That would be different.
How to beat you.
Oh, I guess that's not happening. Good.
Cody, just the guy I wanted to see. Do you believe this young crop of talent? They don't have the respect for guys like us. Like these guys, they would never have our back. Don't you worry. We're old school. I'll always have your back. Old school. Miz, I don't need you to have my back. Oh, okay.
This is just getting rejected left and right.
Very exciting, very unpredictable. I mean, this time last year, it was your story. The entire world was behind Cody Rhodes. But now, you heard him out there. It's Jay's story. And I get you want to be a good guy. You
Damn, he's making him seem like he's been replaced.
That does to friendships. Kevin Owens. Look, I'm just saying. What if Jey Uso chooses you? You still gonna be his friend? Because I gotta be honest, man. Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania? It's a hell of a story.
Who's behind? Oh, it's Shinsuke Nakamura. So Shinsuke Nakamura was like all the way in the back watching. I'm assuming he's watching The Miz for whatever reason. Or maybe he was watching Andrade. I'm not sure who he was watching. I doubt he was watching Cody Rhodes. Maybe he was.
Future Hall of Famer getting a lot of buzz and making news this week. This was John Cena on the Royal Rumble post show.
So I'm announcing tonight that I will compete in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm saying that because after 20
Damn, I feel like I've seen this clip of John Cena announce himself for the Elimination Chamber like 1,000 times.
I'm going to the Elimination Chamber to win. And I'm going to main event.
I see he's like super sneaky Shinsuke lurking in the shadows. Brian Powers says Nakamura has been lurking in the background a lot lately. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that. This was the first time I've noticed it.
Someday shake the hand of the person who wins 18. Thank you very much.
Pokemon says, please don't turn John Cena heel. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Not for his final year and something. I don't think they would do that.
In Toronto, CM Punk won.
I don't think I've ever seen an Elimination Chamber match live. So this will be my first time ever watching Elimination Chamber live. My first time. I've never seen it in person. Okay, here we go. It's time for the triple threat qualifier. I wonder if Drew's going to get a promo because they made it seem like he was earlier, unless they just said that by accident.
The transfer window is now closed, but not before Drew McIntyre.
But yeah, Drew's on SmackDown now.
The biggest acquisition of them all by GM Nick Aldis.
He had done SmackDown appearances already before. In fact, wasn't Drew like the first guy that came out, or one of the first guys that came out when they announced the talent transfer portal in the first place? Who was the first guy? Was it Drew? I think it was Drew. Like the first time we even heard about it, they were like, "Oh yeah, there's a talent portal transfer thing that's happening now." And we're like, "Oh, okay, that's happening." But I'm pretty sure it might have been Drew. Anyways,
Wait, I know like many last week, he was your pick to win the Royal Rumble.
We'll see.
And I know he's not happy with the way.
What's up to Jack 908? Thank you so much for hopping into the stream. Hope you're doing all right. G says he thinks it was Braun. Braun Strowman?
Seemingly rode off into the sunset. Perhaps for good.
I think it's Drew.
An old friend from the UK talked Drew off a cliff and gave Drew what he deserved if he signed for SmackDown.
Melissa Cabello says, I think it's going to be Cena versus Cody at WrestleMania 41. I think you are right. I do think that will be the match for sure for Cody Rhodes. I think anything else will just feel like, if it's not if it's not John Cena, it's got to be CM Punk. If it's not those two guys, it's not going to be The Rock. So if it's not those two guys, anybody else would sort of feel like, that doesn't feel too huge, because now you've gotten used to these really big Cody Rhodes matches at WrestleMania. You don't go from like 2 WrestleManias in a row facing Roman Reigns, one of them in a tag match with Roman Reigns and The Rock, to then all of a sudden going in and just wrestling someone that isn't like at the very, very top. So yeah, John Cena, it has to be, man. Has to be. Dylan Johnson says, nah, y'all sleeping on my boy Jay. I think we just know that he's gonna be facing Gunther, you know?
Drew McIntyre's officially back on Friday Night SmackDown.
You know, this past Saturday at the Rumble, after I was eliminated from behind by a coward, I went to the back. I was pretty angry. I might have torn some things up. And I got in my car and I drove from Indy back to Nashville. I slept in my own bed, full of rage. And when I woke up in the morning, something had come over me. I had clarity.
I had an epiphany. I got out of my big bed in my huge house beside my hot wife, and I looked in the mirror and I went, my God, you're jacked and handsome, Drew.
Damn. I mean, look.
Why are you so angry all the time?
Look.
And
I'm
I
a woman.
realized
I've
I'm
got
a
eyes.
product of my
What can I
environment.
say? I agree with that.
It's a toxic workplace. Everybody try to stab you in the back. Bunch of egos. If you're a good person, try to do the right thing and tell him the truth. You're apparently the bad guy, and that bald idiot Adam Pearce has no idea what he's doing. So now I can see clearly. I needed a solution, and that's when my phone rang. Nick Aldis. And I've known Nick since we were teenagers, and he told me, Drew, I want you on SmackDown, and I promise no more BS. You can finally be unleashed. Drew will be allowed to be Drew 100%.
I mean, I do think Nick Aldis is a better GM than Adam Pearce, so he does have that as a benefit.
I'm here for you, Cody. Not specifically you. What you've got, what was stolen from me, what is mine. I'm here for the WWE Championship. So,
all right, we got Jimmy. Damn, so I guess we're not going to see Drew and Damian Priest. I thought that was going to be a thing after the Royal Rumble.
Has already put this spot at WrestleMania.
Is it me? Tell me it's not just me. Tell me it ain't just me. Every single week, though. Every single week, though. You come out here, you're living in the past, bruh. You sound like an ex-girlfriend. Yeah, you're complaining. They stole something from me. Homie, nobody stole it. You lost. All right? And you out here. He's literally standing out here, acting like you don't got to earn your spot tonight, Oos. Tonight, you got to get through me. You got to get through LA Knight. Tonight, I'm here to earn mine.
It's crazy how much Jay has surpassed
That's
Jimmy.
A couple of weeks ago,
I can't help but to think about that
angry
right
about
now.
everything you just said, but I'm a different man. I'm cool, Jay. Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, damn. And I was just saying how Jay surpassed Jimmy by so much. Savage, Drew.
For 20 years, I can still barely tell you apart. Actually, it must eat you up inside. You and your brother are so similar in every single way, just as talented. And maybe you would be where he's at right now if he just said yeet first.
Oh, damn. I mean,
that's funny, Drew. Let me remind you who's standing in front of you, bro. You see, this is big, bro. This big Jim. If I want to say yeet, I can say yeet. Watch, yeet. If I want to say no yeet, I can throw the no right in front of this. Watch this. So let me remind you, Who's tonight I got to get mine. I got to punch my ticket. I got to go to Vegas, cash them chips in. I got to get mine. See, you right. There is a difference. Jay did clock his. What about yours? Yes. So if you want to go to WrestleMania, brother, you got to get through Big Jim first. Then you got to make it to the Elimination Chamber, and you got to get through that. But tonight, I ain't living in the past. I'm right here present, ready to kick your ass.
no, that rhymes. I like that. But I feel like
Jimmy
Drew
Uso,
definitely just like,
I'm going to WrestleMania.
no one's buying that Jimmy's going to WrestleMania, unfortunately. Oh, there's LA Knight.
His presence felt.
Yeah, I feel bad, but it's like I loved Jimmy and Jay together as a tag team. Now I just specifically love Jay so much more.
Let me go
you know?
and get right to this.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're so big, Jim. Whatever
Dummy.
you want to tell yourself,
Yeah.
I got any love for you. You're the main reason that I didn't become WWE champion just a little over a year ago. So I ain't got any love for you, but I ain't gonna complain about it. I'm gonna make good on it tonight.
Yeah.
But if I could for a second, I do need to say this. In my life, in my career, I want to be somebody who affects good change before I die. So I'm going to speak to all the men, all the boys
here in Memphis tonight and around the world, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If something arises in your life that hits you it hits you in the feels and you have to cry, let it out. It's good for your mental health. It's good for you. It doesn't make you any less of a man.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting him to say this. That's very nice.
But with that said, there is a line where it becomes too much.
I was like, where's he going with this? I had no idea where he was going with this.
Death, taxes, and Drew McIntyre crying like a damn baby.
Ah, now I get why he said it. Okay.
My God,
I like how he
Monday
checked
through
off his
Friday,
boxes.
every single week.
It was like
all
it's
you
okay
do
for
is
men to cry, but Drew
I
cries
think I
like a
walked out here,
baby.
I think I heard somebody over here call you Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Remember Drew McInfart?
But let's get all the silliness out of the way. Let's really think about this right now. What we're talking about right now, we're talking about WrestleMania, we're talking about Elimination Chamber, and we're talking about me giving both of you something really to cry about, which is you two meeting a 3 count just like that. All your WrestleMania hopes getting dashed, so it goes. Oh, wait, I forgot to get my stuff in. Memphis, tell them whose game this is.
Yeah.
Men's elimination chamber.
That's my favorite part. I just like to say,
match.
yeah.
Drew, Jimmy,
King of Strong tells us, man, all these 3 guys need this win. Yeah, but it's got to be Drew, guys. Drew's the one. It's got to be Drew. Definitely. Let's see. Pokeman says when he's complete heel, I like to refer to Drew McIntyre as Drew McIndouche. That's great. Infamous DJ says, who do you got, Denise? Drew. It's got to be Drew, guys. I need Drew to get some respect on his name, man. I feel like I was talking about this after the rumors and reports came out about Drew walking out, which he can technically kind of just confirmed right now. And I just remember thinking, like, yeah, I feel like Drew doesn't get the respect he deserves. Like, he works so hard, but he doesn't get the Cody Rhodes. Like, he doesn't get the Cody Rhodes treatment. He doesn't even get the Jey Uso treatment. He doesn't get any of that. And he has gotten himself so over. And granted, he doesn't have a catchphrase or anything like that, but he's gotten over based off of like being an awesome jerk on the mic. And obviously he's a good wrestler and he's jacked and handsome, like he said. I mean, what else? What's missing in Drew McIntyre? Not a thing. Not a thing is missing in Drew. So I do feel like he deserves a little bit more respect. We got Corey MacArthur here. Thank you so much, Corey, for the super chat. He says, hello, Denise and DWO crew. What's up? Happy Friday. Love the hair. Ready to hear my favorite duo on Busted Open tomorrow. HRU. Oh, how are you? I'm on HRU. I'm doing good. I hope Mark is on the show with me tomorrow. I don't even know, to be honest. I'm assuming he is. I hope he is. So I guess we'll find out together at some point. But yeah, I can't wait to return to Busted Open tomorrow. I was gone for 2 weeks, so I definitely can't wait to come back. I don't miss waking up early, though. That I don't miss. I am going to miss being able to sleep in Saturday because I did sleep in the last 2 Saturdays, and it was so freaking good. So yeah, tomorrow I will remember what it's like to wake up at, what time do I wake up? I wake up at 4:30, my alarm rings, and I let it snooze until 5. And 5, I officially get up, and I eat breakfast. I get ready, and then I sit down on my chair and I do the show. And yeah, but it's really hard when I hear that alarm ring at 4:30. I'm just like, why is my alarm ringing? What am I doing? Where am I going? What day is it? What do I got to do? And so there's always this moment of like, why is my alarm ringing? What's even happening right now? And it always takes a second to just like remember. We got Ryan Adams here who says, in good news, Thea Hale returned to action today. Yes! We've been wondering where the hell is our girl Thea Hale every single week. I am so thrilled to hear that she returned. Was she in a dark match or what? What happened there with Thea? Where did she return? I didn't see that. Bear Hudson also says, so proud of the person and woman you have become. Oh, thank you so much, Bear. It's very nice of you. You always send in such kind comments that make my day, honestly. Thank you. And Terrence Johnson says, Jay is Jeff and Edge, Jimmy is Matt and Christian. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ooh, see, that's questionable. Look, because for a lot of people, they tend to like Christian more than Edge. There's people that like Christian more than Edge. And then Matt Hardy, while he may not be like the kind of popular that Jeff Hardy was, because Jeff Hardy was the one doing all the crazy, like really crazy stunts, Matt Hardy has gotten, Matt Hardy is very, very like creative, and I feel like all of the things he's been able to do in his career and like all of the ideas that he's come up with, I feel have like definitely given him a leg up. Like the only one when it comes to the tag teams that like I firmly believe makes the best example is when people say who's the Marty Jannetty of the team, right? Because Shawn Michaels is the one who went off to go have an incredible career, and then Marty Jannetty just went off and did whatever Marty Jannetty did. So I feel like that's the only one where I can see that. But Jimmy isn't necessarily Marty Jannetty in this particular case. He's just not as popular, but I guess he will. If you had to pick who would be the Marty Jannetty, it has to be Jimmy, unfortunately. Thank you, Terrence. Ryan Adams says, Theo wrestled JC on NXT live event. Oh, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. So happy to hear that, because then that means she's going to be back on TV soon. Yes, that's my girl, Thea, guys. I love Thea. Love Thea. Thank you, Ryan, for letting me know. Especially because every week me and Chin on Tuesdays are like, where's Thea? Tiger Claw Gaming says Marty just kept partying. Yeah, I'd seen some of his like crazy posts on Facebook. And well, I saw other people post screenshots of them because I don't follow Marty Jannetty on Facebook, but I saw them on the internet, and I was like, "What the F? This is crazy! Like really crazy! There's some crazy stuff in there. Like I can't even if I was trying to write something so crazy and so outlandish, I would never be able to come up with anything like that.
Cody and Jey Uso against Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. What a night here in Memphis.
What a Glaswegian kiss by McIntyre, scrambling the brains of the megastar. McIntyre now spoiled for choice on which opponent he decides to finish off.
Just that sheer power.
Johnny D says your Tony Storm pick others shared on Facebook, internet broken. Oh, I know. I think on Twitter it got to like over 5,000 bookmarks. I was like, oh my God.
Now with his destiny,
it didn't go too crazy on Facebook, but it went crazy on X for sure.
Winners will go.
You're welcome, Internet. I made sure to document the moment.
And I thought you did a great job of detailing the circumstances of how enraged he was coming off of the Royal Rumble, but yet the reset and the opportunity that Nick Aldis saw to go out and say you need a fresh start.
Ash Nicole says who won? Oh, so it was Bianca versus Piper. Not a tag team match. It was actually one-on-one. I thought it was going to be a tag team match, but it was one-on-one for a qualifier. Bianca defeated Piper, and now she qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Thank you for asking, Ash.
Confidence as he's in control here.
Rally Cap's like, thank you, Denise. You're welcome. Water Ortega says over 5,000 bookmarks. Ayo, freaks are gonna freak. Hold on, I'll give you the exact number. Hold on, let me look for it.
Well, there's a lot of danger outside this ring.
All right, so on Facebook, no, Juan. It has 6.4 thousand bookmarks.
That has very little gift to it.
6.4 thousand bookmarks, 30,000 likes, 1,000 retweets, 288 comments. Sorry, my eyes, I can't see that far. Actually, from here, if I cover this side, I can't see nothing. I can't see hardly no numbers. Like, I'm gonna get a bifocal. Oh man. Emily M says, I joined late. Did Alexa's match already happen? No, it hasn't happened yet. I think she's facing Candace LeRae, but no, it hasn't happened just yet. So you haven't missed out on Alexa's return. All right. Oh my gosh. The infamous DJ says Toni Storm has reinvented herself. It's fantastic to see. Oh, it's so good to see her as Mariah May. I feel like that gear, and I'm sure you guys will all agree with me, complimented her very nicely. I think people are going to be kind of bummed seeing her go back to her old gear because this Mariah May gear, you know, thumbs up for her. Thumbs up. Want to take us to Salcedo fears a vision exam. I have glasses. I wear glasses. I wear glasses when I watch TV, but I don't use glasses for work though. But I do use them for like TV and stuff. So at night when I'm watching TV, I will put on my glasses. All right. Anyways, but let's go ahead and get back to the games in the meantime while we're on the commercials break. Let me see. Here we go. Guess the wrestler based off of the gear. All right, here we go. Who is this? And these are all from the Royal Rumble. Team X says, just sit closer to the TV. Won't my vision get worse if I get closer to the TV? Oh, man. There is nothing worse in the world, guys, than like going to get your eyes checked and that moment when you realize, holy shit, I can't see. Oh, I felt like lying. I honestly felt like lying to the doctor because I was in denial about my vision. And it's only in one eye, and it's only from far away. All right. Anyways, the answer that we're looking for here is Trish. Ahren had that, Tiger Claw, Rally Cap, the infamous DJ, Leo Poroy, Icy, Brian Powers, Dr. J. Merritt, and Daniel Pinson, Jeremiah Pete, Wilbur 59, Terrence Johnson, Andrea Price, Robert McManus, Jeremiah, and several others. And here is the original picture of Trish Stratus being eliminated from the Royal Rumble. All right, here's the next one. Who is this? Oh, no. Icy says, I got my eyes checked after 5 years yesterday, and my eyes are exactly the same. Blind. Do you qualify for like laser? For laser? I know some people qualify for that. I knew everyone was going to know this one. The answer we're looking for here is Jordan Grace. How could you not? Look at that. Very muscular thighs. Jordan, a friend got that. Christian got that. Rally Cap, Infamous, Benoit, Team. Oh wait, no, wait, not Team Mac. Sorry, Team Mac. What happened? Tiger Claw, Carlton, Andrea Price, Chris Holsinger, Trevor, Dr. J, Rudy, and we're back on SmackDown.
Friday Night SmackDown. Big
Juan Ortega, the doctor to Denise. Look at the wall. What do you see? I see John Cena. Bro,
match, triple threat
that's
match.
funny.
McIntyre, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight. So much on the line.
All right.
The winner will join John Cena and CM Punk as we fill out the entrance for the men's elimination chamber. 3 weeks in Toronto. McIntyre up high. The road to WrestleMania is underway.
All three superstars looking incredibly worn out as we are getting to the business end of this matchup.
I think LA Knight's going to run up right now on them. Nope. Oh, nope, I was wrong.
LA Knight works his way back in. Of course, so much on the line with the
Daniel Pinson says, when do you think Ilya Dragunov comes back to the WWE? Towards ACL, so he's going to be gone for at least, I'm assuming, 9 months. I forget what month he got injured, so whenever he got injured, I would say at least like 9 months from there. It takes a minute to like take care of that. Nice.
Box jump, top rope, superplex with something added by McIntyre to send both Jimmy Uso and LA Knight flying, and everybody's laid out.
Well, Drew McIntyre, such a domineering presence, even went down and seemingly out, tied up in the rope, still managing to pull off that essentially a double German suplex.
It's incredible. I mean, from that
This is awesome chance for this match. Good.
that level of core power from McIntyre.
Both LA Knight and Jimmy needed this. They needed a "this is awesome" chance.
Saw his name up in lights on that one, felt the cavalca in the air. But Drew McIntyre did not like the scent. And he's looking to mangle the
Daniel reminds me that Ilya got injured September. Oh, it's going to be a while till you see him then. It'll be a while still.
Planning straight on the top of the Scotsman,
6 months.
who is now in the drop
So give it a few more months, yeah. Maybe he'll make it for like after WrestleMania. Maybe he comes back as like a surprise return on like Raw after Mania. That'd be sick.
Uso comes in.
Well, just in the nick of time from Jimmy Uso.
Christian Jordan says, Big Mommy Pump, Jordan Grace.
Drop there from LA Knight at 2.99. Jimmy Uso, who is highly adept at breaking up pins from his many years in the tag ranks, clearly got his timing spot on there.
Big Jim putting Knight up top. Oh, looking for BFT, but instead, spine buster, jackknife.
And that was a weak kick out there from the megastar. The smile fully gone from the face of McIntyre now. He is in the zone. This is the
Andrea Price says, hey Denise, how do you feel about Alexa Bliss back in WWE? I love it. I'm so happy to have her back, guys. I think she's just so cool. She's just so cool to look at. And I love the reaction that she got at the Royal Rumble. I was just very, very happy for her. And I'm happy that we're going to see her here tonight. So I'm very excited about Alexa being back. She was gone for forever, I feel. Thank you, Andrea. Terrence Johnson says Ava's about to get a push. Hey, Ava's been doing good as a general manager on NXT. She's got the hang of things for sure. It's been a big improvement for Ava. Nice to see. Thank you, Terrence. Daniel Pinson hopes to see Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther at SummerSlam. Bro, I really hope so. I really, really hope so. Although part of me may prefer to have them on wrestle each other on a smaller card that's not SummerSlam, only because I would want them to get more time with each other. Oh shit! Damn, Drew! Drew just like wiped out the ref. Ref took a nasty bump on that. I wonder if he's gonna.
No chance of breaking the pin up, and it's legal in this match.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask if they were gonna DQ for him for that, but they just said it's legal.
The second time around for Big Jimmy Uso.
Back up top, looking for the splash. Instead, he eats the
what?
Roll up by LA Knight.
Oh, I was like, wait, is LA Knight winning this? No. Gotta be Drew. It's gotta be Drew. Damn. All right, that's it. That's it. Told you. It's gotta be Drew.
Here is your winner, Drew.
All right, we had a star-studded Royal Rumble, and now we are going to have a star-studded Elimination Chamber because Drew is joining John Cena and CM Punk. Carlton Lineback says, pretty good finish. Yeah, it was a clean shot, man. Clean shot.
LA Knight, and now a third spot in the Elimination Chamber for the men is filled.
David says, I prayed for this and it happened.
Well, this was the moment Charles Robinson got the 1-2.99 pulled out of the way by McIntyre, who might be the smartest man in the building. Take two. The megastar got his knees up. That little beat that it took Charles Robinson to get back in the ring cost him. And here we went for the BFT from behind, though. McIntyre with the Claymore to the back of the head of the megastar. Big which man you want to pin. They're both unconscious. McIntyre is going to the Elimination Chamber where he now joins.
All right, 3 more spots left.
And of course,
who do we think is filling those 3 more spots?
Sami Zayn this week on Raw. Those are 3 big hitters with 3 spots left to fill.
Who did you say Sami Zayn's facing again on Raw?
Massive stadium setting in the Rogers Center, home to Blue Jays, with a chance for a championship match at WrestleMania. What a match that was. McIntyre's headed to Toronto.
Oh, there's Priest. Oh, that's right. He's also on the SmackDown brand now. I completely forgot. Okay, so we might still see Drew and Damian. I forgot Damian was on SmackDown now.
Internet by now. Whatever. He's in the chamber. I get to go to the chamber, eliminate him just like I eliminated his ass from the Rumble.
Priest.
No, there's Braun.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, my friend. You're putting the carriage in front of the horses. You got to qualify for Elimination Chamber. And well, next week, you're in the ring with 2 of the biggest and baddest in WWE.
Braun and who else?
Yeah, I'm well aware, big man. You and I have both walked out of WrestleMania as champion. Jacob, he's going to walk out of WrestleMania as champion.
They're going to do Jacob, Braun, and Priest?
But I'm going to beat the both of you, so I go to WrestleMania and face the current champion.
I think you're overlooking the fact, my friend, that you're not in the ring with two normal human beings. You're in the ring with a wild animal next week. But you're also in the ring with a monster.
I'm not overlooking anything.
Former World Heavyweight Champ. All right, that should be fun, though.
Well, this is
I
what
didn't
happened
realize
on
that that's what they
Monday
were
night.
doing there
Kevin
for
Owens dealing
that
with
triple
the
threat
loss in
next
the
week
ladder
on
match
SmackDown.
To Cody Rhodes in the package pile driver he put forth on Sami Zayn. We'll take a look back at Raw. We will hear from
Yeah,
Kevin
exactly,
Owens.
Vlad. It's going to be
That's
a
next.
beefy three-way. All right, let me go ahead and mute the commercials here. And before we continue on with the games, everybody, whether you're beefy, not beefy, meaty, whatever it is that you are, make sure that you smell delicious. Nobody likes bad BO. Don't be a heel at the workplace or at home. Instead, be a baby face and smell delicious with today's sponsor of this video, Mando. What makes Mando different? It has whole body deodorant, safe to use anywhere on your body, pits, balls, thighs, folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, and feet. It was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. The solid deodorant stick is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. The spray deodorant is aluminum-free and ideal for hard-to-reach places. All products are baking soda-free and paraben-free. You can choose from a variety of fresh scents like bourbon leather, clover woods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Denise at shopmando.com. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Alrighty, everyone. Please support Mando. Mando's our brand new sponsor. Very excited to have them on board for at least this month. So if all goes well, then hopefully they'll be back again next month. So make sure to check out Mando, shopmando.com, and use the promo code Denise for the $5 off. You heard it, $5 off. And by the way, yeah, I can attest from the video that you guys saw, smells very, very delicious. So shout out to shopmando.com. All right. So with that being said, we are, let me continue the game since we're not on SmackDown yet. So let's see. Let me pull up some of these here. All right, here we go. Guess the wrestler. These are photos from the Royal Rumble. Who is this? I will sit here and wait for the answer. Oh, this one was definitely easy. Don the Visionary got it. Icy got it. Vlad 3 got it. Ahren got it. Infamous, Dr. J. Merritt. Let me see. Dr. J. Merritt, Carlton, Nick the Creator, Juan, Ash Nicole, Wilbur, Corey, Larice, Austin, Greg. Oh, I love how everybody got this one. Andrew, Anthony, Rudy, Andrea, everyone. Good stuff, guys. All right, that was the original picture there. And, oh, we're still not back. I thought we were going to be back. All right, here's an easy one. Who is this? And now we're back on SmackDown.
Do you believe we're only 71 days away from the grandest stage in the mall? WWE World is coming to Vegas.
All right, if your answer was Charlotte, you are correct. Vlad got that. Corey got that. Darkwing got that. Dawn the Visionary. Ash Nicole. Greg Wilbur. And Chris and Tiger Claw. Andrew Tam also got that. Andrea. Jeremiah. Christian. Carlton. Anthony, Rudy, Robert, Austin, Chris, Christian, Daniel. Good job, everyone. All right, let me the original picture up. That was the picture. And now we're back on SmackDown. So put a pause on the game.
The hell's he attacking Sami Zayn for? No, come on, Kevin, not this.
Thank you so much, Bear Hudson, by the way, for the super chat, who says, I'm taking a moment to give Denise her flowers today. Denise, the doors you have open for Latino women to have a seat at the table is amazing to see. Bear, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I will take the flowers. No, seriously, thank you so much, Bear. Thank you. I always feel like saying thank you is not enough, but I really do mean it, though. Really, thank you. Oh, they're showing the footage of Sami after he got hit with the pile driver on Raw. DJ says, what flowers did you get earlier? I got some pink and red roses. I'll explain why later.
Through a lot.
Let me see what KO has to say.
Me and you over the years, a lot. But I don't think we've ever been through anything like what happened on Saturday. You see these scars, these stitches, these scars I'm always going to have on my face. And the trauma that you can't see, but that I can feel to my neck and my spine. The pain I've been in all week and I'm still experiencing right now. And it's probably never going to go away completely. I'm going to have to live with that. And it's all your fault. Because Sami, you stood there and watched while Cody tried to end my career. Worse, you know, I think he was actually trying to end my... and you stood there and did nothing. And then later on, I watched the Royal Rumble match, and what do I see? But you rushing to the aid of Roman Reigns because someone's beating him up in the corner. But for me, you did nothing. You're a horrible friend. You're a disgusting human being. And I'll never forgive you. Never.
Damn.
But I am going to make you pay.
They're never going to stop feuding, KO and Sami. Ever.
Wade, in recent months,
I think we already know how this story is going to go.
It's hard to understand the actions and the thinking of Kevin Owens. This is another instance of that.
He was about as indignant and self-righteous as possible after what he did to Sami Zayn this past Monday on Raw, leaving Sami Zayn as a complete wreck.
Yeah, let's give you a medical update when it comes to Sami Zayn. He's out indefinitely. He has spinal compression. He's dealing with extreme nerve damage, and that is because of what was delivered, that packaged pile driver.
You know what? And Randy's been gone forever too. Randy's been gone forever since the pile driver spots, and now Sami's probably going to be out for a long time too.
The incredibly likable and well-respected Akira Tazawa.
Champ 39 sends in a super chat saying, enough said, KO versus Sami at WrestleMania 41. Hey, I don't mind that at all. If we were to see that at WrestleMania 41, you know that's going to be a damn good match. And see them wrestle each other at WrestleMania would be very damn cool. Very damn cool. Thank you, Champ 39. Trevor L says, KO, as the kids say, Delulu. He's Delulu. Oh, man.
Who had an incredibly impressive stint in the Royal Rumble after his elimination got very upset and took his frustrations out on Akira.
Oh yeah, now it's Akira Tazawa and Hayes. Oh, we're gonna get the speed footage again.
I showed speed just happened to be in the right place at the wrong time. Was sent to the ring by Triple H, and be careful what you dream
That was
about.
so funny.
Things were going oh so well.
The turn. I like how he turns right now. He turns. Oh, you can't even see the turn. That's how fast it happened. Oh yeah, the slow motion. Oh, took the wind out of his ass. Damn.
I show speed in off, and it went viral.
They should have kept showing the rest of it.
As well. The clip is soaring past 300 million views.
Jesus
the most viewed
Christ.
Royal Rumble social post of all time.
Wow.
Sending I show speed out there, and then Ron Breaker wrecking him.
Insane.
That spear on speed that nearly cut him in half.
Well, millions of fans around the world saw that and decided, nope, I definitely.
Like, you just know the wind was completely knocked out of him. Like, oh, amazing. It's funny because I don't think I'll ever turn away when they show that clip, the speed clip. Like, no matter how many times I've seen it, I will still watch it and still try to, like, analyze it like it's the first time I've seen it. All right, let's see what Carmelo Hayes says.
I know you're not talking about air balls looking like Cody Rhodes got left in the dryer too long.
What?
Because
what?
Let me tell you one thing about me. When I shoot, I don't miss.
Wait.
And when I'm
Dead. He said Akira Tazawa looks like Cody Rhodes has been left in the dryer too long.
The difference between me and John.
Oh shit, that's pretty funny.
If it was an all-star team, I'd be selected.
Hold on, I gotta. That's very
he's
funny.
Conceded to a level beyond belief.
That was
and a level of
hilarious.
Self-importance that overtakes so much of the early stages of his SmackDown career as they are right to action, and you know that Tazawa.
I also, by the way, I like that they've been doing this with Carmelo Hayes, where like he comes out and cuts a promo as he walks out to the ring. I don't think WWE has really done that a whole lot with a lot of their talent, so I feel like that's definitely something that Carmelo could do, which he has been doing now, to sort of stand out a little bit and just add to his character.
So springy and athletic and quick. And crossbody out into the floor. Great start from Akira Tazawa.
Oh, commercial break. All right, commercial break. Let me see what we got here. We got a super chat actually from Ryan Adams. Thank you so much, Ryan. He says KO versus Sammy at Mania in Hell in a Cell. When's the last time we got a? Oh yeah, there was a Hell in a Cell for WrestleMania 39. I was about to say, when's the last time we got a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania? But yeah, I remember at WrestleMania 39 we had one. KO and Sammy. I don't know what kind of match they would have, but I'm here for it regardless of whatever it is that they decide to do. I am here for it. Thank you, Ryan. All right. Let me go ahead and get back to the game in the meantime. Let's do this. Here we go. Let's do, we got a few left. All right, here we go. Guess the wrestler from the Royal Rumble. Who is this? Alrighty, if your answer was Seth freaking Rollins, you are correct. VSW got that. Don the Visionary, Rally Cap also got that. Carlton, the infamous DJ1, Chris Holsinger, Aaron Kane got that. Rudy, Austin Wright, Andrea Price. Let's see. Greg Cody and Daniel Pinson, Nick the Creator, Arthur, and Chris. Good job, everyone. Let's keep it moving. That was the original picture. And now let's get to the next one. Who is this? Hey, Godfather Dom, thank you so much for hopping into the chat. Hope you're doing well. Okay, and I'm going to sit here and wait for some answers. In the meantime, let's see, where am I at on... Oh, man. All right. Okay, and the answer we're looking for here is Nikki Bella. Don the Visionary had that. BSW, Andrew Tam, Icy. Kren had that. Poke Matt 271. Carlton Lineback, Daniel Pinson, Larice Johnson, Andrea Price, Arthur Thompson, Austin Wright, Godfather, Tracy, Icy, Carlos V, infamous DJ, Jeremiah Wilbur, Christian, and Juan Ortega. Let's see. And Chris Martin and Super Fro. All right, let's keep it moving. Here's the next one. That's the original picture. And let's do this one. Who is this? All right, the answers were coming in pretty quick for this one. VSW got it. IC, oh shit, you guys are going too fast. IC, Don the Visionary, Ahren, Christian, Tiger Claw. We're also back on SmackDown. Tiger, damn it. Tiger Claw, DJ, Andrew Tam, Carlton, Darkwing 19, Mari R, Carlos V, Chris, Rally Cap, and several others. Arthur,
based on what happened at the
my
Royal
husband,
Rumble last Saturday night in Indianapolis when Hayes attacked Tazawa
it's so
and
funny.
cost him
All right,
his
and this is the
opportunity
original
to
picture.
participate
So if you got Jacob
in the Royal
Fatu, you were
Rumble.
correct.
Ill-tempered matchup thus
All right,
far,
we got
of
a
course,
few more.
after how we
In the
got
next
here, but
commercial. I only
Mello
have
has taken a lot of L's of late here on
half one
SmackDown.
more,
Good
so
chance
I'll
to
do those in
turn
the next
things around
commercial.
here
We still got an hour and 13 minutes left
against
on
this wisecracking
Mugdung.
ninja that is Tazawa.
Yeah, Carmelo's been in against top talent.
Oh God, Red says we need Denise and Booker T on commentary team. Oh my God, that'd probably be like that would probably be that'd be something. I don't know what it'd be, but it'd be something.
And Tazawa may well be about to turn this thing around.
Oh my, what an opportunity for Tazawa here. Hooks the leg. And the kick out at 2.
And I'll tell you this, Tazawa is seen by some in the locker room as a weak link, someone to take advantage of if you need to blow off some steam. And clearly,
Also, if you're here right now and you're enjoying yourself and you're like, oh, this Denise girl isn't too bad, click the subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitter or on Twitch and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I am so close to 200K, guys. At this point, I'm ready to go door knocking and beg. So please click that subscribe button, join the channel. I'm almost there. It's like ridiculously close.
Mello, we're talking about taking a lot of L's. He was a big fish in a small
ridiculously
pond in
close,
NXT. Now he's
actually,
a
but
smaller fish in an ocean
not
full
close
of
enough
sharks.
yet. That's
But
my
those
Harley
teeth of
voice.
Mello are growing by the week.
432 away, guys. 432 subscribers away. So please, if you're here, if you're on Twitter or Twitch watching, go to youtube.com/Denise Salcedo and go subscribe. Por favor.
And this is part of Tazawa's problem. Sometimes he gets a little too over-enthusiastic, bites off more than he can chew, and costs himself in the process. You can't take that much time against someone as good as Carmelo Hayes.
No, Undertaker says better idea. Denise, give Booker T the script. Al Mando, smell my oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. You wanna smell good? Yeah, Yeah.
And getting that right shoulder
Man.
up with a split second to spare is Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes looked like he was.
Jared Palmer says, can't have Booker doing that sound next to Denise. I know. I'll be like, everyone's going to be, never mind. People are going to be like, human resources? Someone check in, make sure she's all right.
Here's the roll up by Hayes.
Thank you, Jared.
Tazawa able to free himself and counters it.
Well, Mello thought this was going to be a walk in the park. He was badly mistaken. Or was he?
Ooh, thank you so much for the suggestion, Trevor.
Leaping DDT, expert
Thank you. I'll look into
timing,
that.
precision movement.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man.
This before Joe Tess.
Nothing but net is lined up.
Benito, thank you for coming, Tazawa. It was nice seeing you.
And the win for Carmelo Hayes.
Here is your winner, Carmelo.
Hope Matt says I would much rather have Denise and Pat McAfee on commentary. Would be amazing meeting partners. I've been wanting to interview Pat McAfee for like the longest time. I love what Pat McAfee has been able to do for his career. It's incredible. Yeah, I hope to one day get to interview Pat McAfee for sure. He's definitely someone whose brain I would love to like pick at and get inside of, and he's maneuvered his career very, very well, and I admire that. Jokey dokey quack quack.
As bright a future as anyone is now gloating and rubbing salt in the wounds like only he can.
Carlos V says Carmelo with the upset, beating a multiple time 24/7 champion. Amazing. That's funny.
Trying to eliminate Seth Rollins. Seth is hanging on. Seth's still hanging on. And now CM Punk eliminates both men.
I still can't believe Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk, guys. I was like, what the F? I was shooketh, like the kids say, shooketh. Also, brand new Harley Cameron interviews up right now on the channel. It's doing pretty well, so go give that one some love too. She's so funny. She shared, I won't spoil it for anybody, but she shared a very, very funny story towards the end of the stream. We did the lightning round game, and I won't spoil it, but it was very funny. I was kind of in shock when she gave the story. If you want to hear it, check out the interview. Jay Growl says, when did they bring you down to the press conference room? So normally for WWE pay-per-views, when you go to the press conference, they usually make you leave right before the main event. However, because it's the Royal Rumble, this time we weren't allowed to leave once the match actually ended. But like, you got to go fast, bro. Like, I'm not even lying to you. The second the match ended, it was like, come on, come on, come on, everybody, go, 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 go. Because then what happens is they put you in this big giant group, right? And this big giant group has to walk through like the concessions area, through like the floor area, through all these places, and you have to like try to make sure you don't get lost with like everybody else. And you got to be like paying attention to see like making sure you're walking the right place. It can be stressful sometimes. You're just like, I'm trying to walk to the right place. But yeah, so usually it's right before the main event. But for Royal Rumble, it was after the main event. They weren't gonna make people like not watch the Rumble, you know? So yeah. But that's what happened last time too, because like, for example, Raw on Netflix, you know how it was CM Punk versus Seth Rollins? And remember, I had said I had missed the start of that match. I had missed the start of that match because that's when I had to leave to go meet the PR people. And then you go meet them somewhere, you wait, and then they basically take you through like a whole ass route, because obviously every place has a different, like where they do the room for the press conference is always someplace different in any venue. Sometimes you have to walk through the floor. Sometimes you walk backstage. Sometimes you walk in the concession stands. There was one, I forget which venue it was. Oh my God, which venue was it? There was one that was really crazy. It was Royal Rumble last year. Was it Tropicana? Oh my gosh, I forget whatever venue it was at last year. And that one was crazy because that one, you had to go through all of these spirals of stairs just to get to the press conference room. And that one, they had to take groups, like people in different groups. And it was just crazy. It was just crazy. And you like, if you want to sit in the front of the presser, you have to like be one of the first people there. And for me, like I try to always sit in the front so that my videos can come out good. There's only been like 2-3 times though where I had to go in the back because I was just super late. Because if I decide to like stay and watch the match, like the main event, then that means I'm not gonna get a good seat at the presser. So it's yeah. Anyways, but it's a whole ass journey. That one, okay, thank you so much to everyone who confirmed. Yes, Tropicana Field. That one was the craziest one to try to get to the press room. The craziest one. They took you in an elevator with like 30 people in one elevator. Oh, I did forget to mention that at in Indiana. I didn't know, but I was in this crowded elevator, right? You know, the ones that carry like 40 people, right? And it was super crowded. And to top it all off, they had the workers with like the big refrigerator. So it was the big ass refrigerator, a bunch of people in the elevator, and I had all my gear, and literally I was up against somebody with another person on top of me, with another person on top of me, with another person on the side of me, completely crowded. Like I'm talking like this. And then finally some people exited and they left the elevator. And then the person in the elevator was like, oh, you guys do know you were in the elevator with the mayor of Indiana? And I was like, what? So literally I was crowded up like this right next to the mayor of Indiana, which I had no idea because I don't know who the mayor of Indiana is. But apparently that's what happened. And someone brought it up and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I rode in the elevator with the mayor of Indiana. No idea who he is or she. I don't even know if it's a he or she or what. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny though, that you never know who you're in these like crowded ass elevators with. And then on top of that, I started thinking to myself, like, I always thought like the mayor would not have to like ride in the elevator with 100 people. Like, wouldn't you think that they would get like private security in the elevator? Like, what are you doing riding with 100 people in the elevator? So I don't really know. No, really no. It's so funny. I didn't meet the mayor of Indiana though, because I didn't know. I had no idea. I was just in there, and it wasn't until they exited that the person that was still inside the elevator was like, "Oh, hey guys, just so you know, that was the mayor of Indiana who just exited the elevator."
Also, an unbelievable scene in the industry. 16th SmackDown that Memphis has hosted. 3 DLEs here. We said a rich history going back decades in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, I've never been to Memphis.
Well, Joe Tass,
I've been to Nashville, but I've never been to Memphis.
Have worn crowns in this industry. Deep down, we know there is only one true.
Oh, look, Jerry the King Lawler.
Hall of Famer.
He looks good.
Jerry the King Lawler is in the
He looks healthy. That's good.
To catch up with the legend himself each and every time in his home of Memphis, Tennessee. Great to see you, Jerry.
Great reception here at FedEx Forum.
There's watched Cody Rhodes spend too much time in the dryer.
My childhood hero, John Cena, say, you never give up, Tazawa. Bro, you just got to learn how to.
Oh, the mayor. For those asking, it was the mayor. Did I say governor? What did I say? It's the mayor.
Oh, congratulations, Zeus. I always saw you as a king, bro. Now you king of the ring. Royal
Paul, he says, bet if you rode in the elevator with the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, you'd recognize him.
I gotta go.
Definitely. I'm like, that's probably one of the few mayors I'd actually recognize. That's so funny. So funny.
Man, I like to go face to face with you at WrestleMania. I also got some personal beef with Gunther. So I like to beat him too. I'm just undecided, Bruce.
Oh, sorry, mayor of Indianapolis. My bad. Now I know why you were confused.
For the women.
To me, it's just Indiana. Like, it's just Indiana. It's all Indiana. All the cities, they're all Indiana to me.
Multiple Royal Rumbles.
Oh, yes, girl. Charlotte. Woo-hoo. Bodo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner.
Carlton Lineback says, did you meet Kane, Glenn Jacob? I met Kane several years ago in a fan signing a year ago. It was when SummerSlam used to be out here in LA. So several years ago. And then I got to interview him one time when I did X-Pac 1 to 360. He was a guest on the show. I don't exactly remember what year that was, but it was sometime between 2017 and 2019. And yeah, that was about it. But I've never interviewed him like one-on-one.
all the way through and finishing off Roxanne Perez at the death once again, booking her ticket to the main event of WrestleMania.
Remember how direct she was with her messaging on
Correct,
the
Carlton.
Royal Rumble
Correct.
post-show. And she said, I'm going to make the rounds. I'm going to see the champions and look to feel inspired
Gorgeous.
with my pick.
I can't even tell if it's gear or just regular clothes. It could pass as both. It's regular clothes, but I feel like it could also pass as gear. She's giving 1989 Taylor Swift vibes with the sparkles and the short skirt. So intricate. So pretty.
Hi, Memphis.
Hi, guys.
So what's it gonna be tonight? Do you love me? Or do you hate me?
Wait.
See, when you
It's like a mixed reaction there. Cheers and booze.
Money. See, you guys can't make up your minds, and that's good because I live rent-free in everyone's minds. I am wrestling's obsession. You're obsessed with my looks? Obsessed with my championships? Obsessed with my last name?
I feel like Charlotte might even be more in shape now than before her injury. She just looks super fit, man.
See, I know what you're thinking.
Or maybe it's just because we hadn't seen her in a while, but
because my last name
she is
Flair, that I'm
incredibly
better
fit.
than everyone.
Like a little bit more definition in her muscles
reason
and
that I
whatnot.
think that I'm better than everyone. Did you actually think I was going to be gone for 14 months and not come back and win the Women's Royal Rumble? Did you actually think that I was not going to come back and make history? I entered the Women's Royal Rumble on February 1st, 2025 with 29 unserious women.
Oh, unserious women.
There was no way that I
Damn.
was going over the top rope. So here's the thing. I became the first ever two-time Women's Royal Rumble winner and punched my ticket to WrestleMania. So here we are on my time, and I want to feel inspired. So I went to Raw and I saw Rhea Ripley. I went into NXT and wanted to see if Julia would inspire me. So here I am now on SmackDown, and I want to see if Tiffany.
Yes, yes, here we go. I'm excited. It's Tiffany time. Please plug, check out my interview with Tiffany Stratton, guys, please. I love interviewing Tiffany. I've interviewed her now like four times. Four times, and she's been great all four times.
Recovering, rehabbing that knee injury. Look no
And she
further
also
away
looks really
than
good.
the rocket ride of the past year
It's Tiffy time.
for Tiffy time.
Well, listen, Joe, people love playing fantasy general manager on social media. This has to be one of the most common fantasy book matches of the past 12 months. The number
Benoit
one
says
from the past
Charlotte
10
needs to
years,
face
Charlotte
adversity in the
Flair
storyline.
versus
I
the
feel like her
number
character is
one
way
of the
past
now
that. Like
Tiffany Stratton.
miles
We
past
may
that.
see this matchup.
Oh my gosh, it's so
WrestleMania.
wild. What a shot. Ah, damn it, I didn't screenshot it in time. I wanted to screenshot Charlotte. Tiffany standing like in front of Charlotte.
First of all, Charlotte, I just want to say congratulations and welcome back. Honestly, nobody, and I mean nobody, is a bigger Charlotte Flair fan than me. And I honestly thought that WWE couldn't even survive without you. And then you got injured and everybody cared. For like a day.
For like a day.
And then I came along and ticket sales were up, buildings were selling out, and WWE is hotter than it's ever been. And guess who's at the top of that? Me.
Did you say something? Sweetheart, you speak when I say you can speak.
Ooh. Just sweethearted her.
And if you think there's not other women claiming to be on top, you need to just get in line.
No, Charlotte. I have been in line since the moment I debuted on TV. I have been compared to you. Tiffany Stratton, a Charlotte Flair wannabe. Tiffany Stratton, the next Charlotte Flair. So pick me, because at my first WrestleMania, I'm gonna beat you, and I will no longer be the next Charlotte Flair. I will be the one and the only Tiffany Stratton.
Yes. Make your name, girl. It's funny because she's still technically a heel, but right now she's a baby face.
When I was in the ring with Rhea, I saw a kid. When I'm standing here with you, I see a child begging me to make her a star at WrestleMania. So I'll tell you what, Tiffy. If you want me to choose you,
should just call her
do one
Tiffy.
thing for me. You need to get on your hands and knees and beg me to choose you.
Nia? No, I was just really into this whole bit with Charlotte and Tiffany.
Cashed in on. Wants a little
What
of that
are
championship
Nia
challenge.
and Candace doing here? I loved how mean Charlotte was being. I was waiting to continue seeing that.
This Blondie back and forth
Blondie
is
back and
really
forth.
cute and all, but it's a little premature, right, Candace? Why?
Because you're gonna be champion again?
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I spoke to Nick Aldis earlier, and he and I both agreed that instead of me facing 5 other women in the Elimination Chamber, I just have to face one next week. Oh, you're so sweet. That's right, Tiffy. You and I are going one-on-one for that WWE Women's Championship that you stole from me.
Oh, when's that happening? Elimination Chamber?
So, Charlotte, if you want to become Women's Champion at WrestleMania, you're going to have to go through me.
Oh, well, this looks like it just got interesting, so I think I'm going to stick around and watch next week to see what happens.
Oh, here we go. Alexa Bliss. I wasn't expecting her to get involved with
It
this.
sounds like Nia Jackson's got a championship opportunity.
Oh, I love the way she looks. She's just like a doll. Aw,
That signature.
just
leather
like a
jacket.
doll.
She is back. Alexa Bliss. What an instant impact. And you hear the roar of the crowd. A couple years away, and now right back in the mix of it all. Bliss is in
Oh, it
elimination.
doesn't seem like
qualifier
she's going
against
to cut a
Candace
promo. It seems
LeRae.
like she's just going to
That's
get into
coming
her
up
match with
next.
Candace. I think Alexa Bliss is like one of the coolest girls to look at. Because like her gear is so cool. Her makeup is so cool. Her hair is so cool. She just looks like a real life doll. And I'm not talking like a Lily doll. Like an actual doll. like a literally actual one. Literally. All right. Yeah, Carlton's saying the exact same thing I am. Yeah, for sure. John Rivera's like the camera cut out the best part. I know, right? I wanted to see a little bit more of Alexa Bliss's entrance. Carolyn Whitney says, I'm so glad Alexa is back. Me too. We got everybody's just very excited about seeing Alexa back. I'm happy because when Alexa, before she went away, like everybody was like sort of hating on Alexa's character with what she was doing. And it kind of felt like this was definitely, I mean, obviously she had a baby, but this was definitely the best time for her to just like step away. And they always say absence makes the heart grow fonder. And I feel like that's definitely what's happening right now with Alexa Bliss, where people are remembering like, oh yeah, we know why we liked Alexa Bliss, because it was kind of rough for her towards that like latter period before she took that time off, of course. But yes, I think, you know, when you haven't seen someone wrestle since January 2023 and it's already, you know, February 2025, and it really is going to make people miss her. And I think that that's what's definitely happening. All right. So, oh no, wait, I just saw what you guys were saying right now. Is AOP gone too? What? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, so AOP has been released, and so has Paul Ellering. Oh fudge. Oh no. Oh man. Oh damn. I feel bad for them because they had just came back, but it just, oh man. I feel like they could have found a place for them on NXT. They could have made it work with just AOP together as a tag team, just them alone on NXT. That could have definitely worked. I just think that, damn, I think had they just been presented a little bit differently, it would have definitely worked out for them. But damn. Oh, we got Champ 39 here who says, Denise, I'm extremely annoyed that Alexa was sent to SmackDown. She should have been on Raw. WWE made a huge mistake. Honestly, I don't mind it. I mean, you know, we're watching SmackDown. So to me, it's like, as long as she's on TV, I'm good with it. As long as it's Raw or SmackDown, I'm fine with her being on either show. Plus, there's a lot of people for her to like, you know, she's on the brand with Bianca. She's on a brand with Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Chelsea Green, you know, all of these people that she can go and do something with. Nia Jax, Candace LeRae. There's a lot of girls on SmackDown. I think she's gonna do all right here on SmackDown. I really do think so. Thank you so much, Champ 39. And I mean, right now we're about to see a sample of that, but yeah. King of Strong Style says they will be in AEW when 90 days is up. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know. Because it's kind of hard, right? Like, you got to prove yourself. Damn. It sucks. It does suck. You never want to see no one lose their job. But it feels kind of sad, though, because the faction just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. And I think they realized it. And they just kind of felt like there was no other spot for them. Although I do think there could have been another spot for them.
Liv Morgan and
maybe they just didn't
qualified
the vision
tonight. And now,
or who knows?
Bliss, her first.
All right, here we go. Alexa Bliss's first singles match since January 2023.
Chamber qualifying match against Candace LeRae. As you see there, the 2K25 ratings for each of these superstars: 83 for Bliss, 71 for LeRae.
Oh,
Bianca
did they reveal the ratings already for 2K25?
Female rating in 2K.
Did they reveal all of them already?
That's the last opponent that Bliss faced in singles action. Wade, January.
I know they do like a ratings like thing where they announce like all the ratings for everybody. But I don't know when that's supposed to be though.
She's out of the game a long time, left the industry to go and create some life, but showed zero signs of fatigue or ring rust in the Royal Rumble match. What was probably the most shocking return of them all at the Rumble. Social media was ablaze with Bliss being done for good, but in a puff of smoke, there she was. I thought perhaps that was her chances of qualification in the Elimination Chamber also going up in smoke.
Brent Hawkins says, do you think Alexa would join the Wyatt Six? I don't think she should. I don't think that Wyatt Six has been, or the Wyatt sick.
Tried the shoulder tackle, lift Morgan off the
I
apron.
don't think
Raquel
that they've
Rodriguez
been
got involved, lifting Alexa over the top
as
rope,
effective
and then
as
Liv with a
probably
code
thought they would
breaker
be.
on the apron that eventually
I mean,
eliminated
we hardly ever see
Alexa
them.
Bliss.
I think if anything, it would hold back Alexa Bliss. And I think that Nikki Cross is supposed to be like the female star of the group.
Championship match with Tiffany Stratton next week. That has been confirmed by GM Nick Aldis. Jax
Pretty deadly.
Confidence in Candace
Oh, wait, never mind. I thought they were
opponent
announcing something
who's
for
been
next
out for
week.
the past
They're
2
just
years.
showing the
Right
results
now,
from earlier.
Candice LeRae is doing a hell of a job in that ring.
She really is. Just stretching her out, driving that knee into the small of the back, arching back the neck and the leg is Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae herself came into the Royal Rumble 6 days ago as number 23. Tried to sneak up on Trish Stratus. Eliminated by the Hall of Famer.
And I'll say this, Candice LeRae is a 20-year veteran. We've only relatively recently here on SmackDown started to see the best of her. She started getting a lot more opportunities since ingratiating herself to the former champ Nia Jax, but she's going to need all of those 20 years of experience to try to combat one of the most mystical and perplexing individuals in the history of the women's division in Alexa Bliss.
Candice LeRae has really benefited from her move to SmackDown. She's probably one of the few people that has like legitimately benefited from usually when you see people's like partners be released and stuff, usually it doesn't go well for the other person. Candice LeRae, it's actually gone well for her, which is obviously, you know, I'm sure Indy's happy for her and all of that, but that's for Indy, of course. But
pick up the pace, go hell for leather.
But Candace has been able to
Wait, you
hang.
mentioned ring rust. How real is it when you have this kind of an absence?
Well, I'll tell you from my own career, 2 months out, I would get ring rust. You would start to get fatigued. And I don't care how long you spend on a treadmill, you simply cannot get your ring wind up without match.
Oh my.
At the top level, and that was fantastic from Candice LeRae, who's now in full control of this Elimination Chamber qualifying.
All right, we're going to a commercial break. All right, let me catch up here, by the way, with the super chats. We got Sheldon Jackson who says, now that Cedric has been released, probably a Hurt Syndicate reunion in AEW. Sadly, the Final Testament never truly worked. Hopefully they'll land on their feet, AOP and Paul Ellering. Yeah, I do definitely think that, man, again, it's all about what you do, right? It's all about the opportunities that you make for yourself. I think AOP is they look really good. And I feel like if you package them in a certain way, they could really get across as that like big, meaty tag team. And who knows, maybe just like going off on their own will be the thing that really gets them going. But yeah, just unfortunately, the group at the Final Testament, it just wasn't working, guys. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was a big fan of it. I wasn't. It was my least favorite thing on the show. Obviously, you don't want people to lose their jobs, of course. But I really wish that they would have found something that ended up working for them. So it looks like they didn't, and probably just felt that it was best to, you know, let them go if they didn't have anything for them creatively. So it's definitely unfortunate. I could see AOP and Paul Ellering, you know, I don't know, maybe it's doing something with TNA. That feels like an option there for them. Who knows what we see. We got the Champ 39 who says, Denise, sorry I didn't clarify. I meant to say I thought Alexa and Liv was going to start a rivalry that led to WrestleMania 41. That's why I want Alexa on Raw. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Well, there's a bright side to all of this, and that is that if you still want to see Alexa and Liv, it can happen because they still have the talent portal window. So maybe they did that. I mean, I think everybody, when they saw that the elimination at the Royal Rumble, I think everybody was like, oh my God, we're going to see Alexa and Liv, feud, right? And instantly I saw a lot of people online that were very excited about it because Liv and Alexa have a lot of things in common. They kind of look very similar. They have similar ways that they dress. They have very passionate fans. They're similar in a lot of ways, right? But, now their careers feel so different, right? Alexa Bliss, she's very, very popular, but she's popular more so for obviously what she's done in the past. Liv Morgan is popular now. So, but of course that reaction Alexa Bliss got the Royal Rumble was massive. So like I said, you got two girls here that I think people would love to see them mix it up in the ring together because of those similarities again. So Anyways, the talent portal window, that may be your saving grace for maybe still seeing Alexa and Liv. And I can imagine that I'm pretty sure Triple H and the powers that be saw that the way the internet reacted to Alexa and Liv, and I'm sure that they saw that that's clearly something people want. Thank you so much to Sheldon and to the Champ 39. We got David Capelin here who says, hello, Denise. I love your hair. Thank you very much. Boom. I know it's early, but would you like for the main events for what would you like for the main events for nights 2? Also, you're going to WrestleMania. Yes, I will be at WrestleMania. I'm very excited. I made my hotel plans today for that. I haven't booked my flight yet. I still need to do that. And then, for matches. So I think that Cody Cena, I was just talking about it earlier with somebody. Cody Cena is definitely what I'm expecting for the night 2 main event. Night 1, I'm going to say Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for night 1. Oh, wait, fuck, I forgot CM Punk.
Two of the 6 spots have already been determined.
I'm like, wait, shit.
Earlier tonight, Bianca
Damn it, I wish it was CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I don't know if they're going to do that, though. I'll go with CM Punk Roman Reigns, but I think it'll still be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, though. But damn, I think CM Punk needs to have that main event, though. He needs to have that WrestleMania main event. I'm going to go with CM Punk, CM Punk and Roman, just because I don't want to leave CM Punk out of the conversation for the main event. I really don't. David, thank you so much for the super chat. I would feel bad if CM Punk doesn't get his WrestleMania main event. Really, I would. I really would.
Now Candace LeRae is just mocking
Icy says, book it and cook it.
Asking certain questions of herself after a 2-year absence.
Get the job done and talk trash later. A huge error from LeRae.
And you can see what it brings out in Alexa Bliss.
Provoking that most twisted side of Alexa Bliss that every opponent fears.
Ooh, yes, Alexa girl. That was a wake-up call right there.
Rising up is Bliss. It's pulled out that most sinister, ominous side of Alexa Bliss that has taken her to multiple world championships in the past and may well do so again soon.
Into the cover. Into the elimination chamber. This qualifying match. We've had great action, spirited competition all night long to see our competitors advance to Toronto.
So many sides to Alexa Bliss, a former saccharine sweet superstar with some incredibly dark corners to her mind. But Candace LeRae knows a thing or two about a thing or two and is pulling out all the stops here.
LeRae up top, missile drop kick. Quick to the cover. See the frustration.
Oh, there it is.
Well, it would be the biggest moment.
They just did the little flashing of the screen.
In Toronto 3 weeks
for the Wyatt 6 from the look of it.
She is inching that much closer as the seconds tick by.
LeRae's never competed in the elimination chamber. Roll up. Back and forth they go.
Oh, they did the tumbleweed.
In the center. Look at this.
They're so tiny, so the tumbleweed only goes like right in the center.
Guessing.
That was cute.
But it's Candace LeRae who strikes
because they're both like incredibly tiny.
Former NXT champion.
Oh, there he's Sister Abigail.
Abigail DDT.
And Alexa gets her victory, her first victory in forever.
Alexa Bliss. Well, just when Candace LeRae built up a maximum head of steam, it was the very best, or perhaps the worst.
Sunday Yuan here says, what happens if a match finishes during a commercial? They time it out so that it doesn't happen that way. Yeah. So like wrestlers know how much time they have. Like let's say there's a break in between their commercial. So they know how much time they have until that first commercial break, how long they're on commercial break for, and then afterwards how long they have when the commercial break comes back. And that's also what the referee is there for. to let the wrestlers know, hey, you gotta, take it home in a minute or whatever. You gotta run a commercial break. So all of that stuff is taken care of. You got like 100 people that are making sure that all of that, goes well. The timings, the commercials, everything.
Byron, it's when.
Thank you, Tunde.
First, I'm going to beat Naomi. Then I'm going to head to the Elimination Chamber where I'm going to beat all those other nasty girls. And then myself, my secret Hervis, and my motorcade are going to sail off into the sunset. That is WrestleMania, where I become double champ, first ever, obviously.
Oh my God. I was like, what is that? I just saw the red and the fur. I was like, what is that?
You might make it into the Elimination Chamber, but you also might not be champion. Stop stalling. We all know the inevitable.
The inevitable upon your face and
Nasty little girl.
yeah, you can make that fit.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so
Zelina's
since I'm on
abs are
SmackDown
like
now, maybe it's time that
ripped.
I get a chance at that title too. What is going on here?
Piper, I told you to get a bigger security detail, so find it.
How many people hate you?
How many people hate you? Poor Chelsea. I think her list is very long, unfortunately. All right, we got 33 minutes left here on the SmackDown watch along. I'm going to be honest, everybody. I feel like SmackDown flies by so much faster when I'm doing these watch alongs. I don't think that I would be able to just sit here for 3 hours and watch SmackDown by myself. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be so real with you guys. I think that 3 hours by myself, I would probably be taking a bunch of breaks, snacking a lot. But watching with everybody here on the watch along makes it a million times just more enjoyable. It really, really does. Really, really does. Thank you so much, King of Strong Style, and thank you so much to Infamous DJ1. BSW, this is such an easy question. Says, do you prefer SmackDown to be 2 or 3 hours? 2 hours. I miss SmackDown 2 hours so much. I really do. It's just because it just feels very, very long, especially right now that we have such a nice pace with Raw. Raw's great at 2.5 hours. It's crazy what taking away 30 minutes does. And so I feel like sometimes when the show has to go to the 3 hours, it feels a little bit more like a chore. Especially if not the entire show is hot all the way through. The show has been good today, but it's not, how do I explain it? But it's still a show, in my opinion, that you can watch the highlights and you'll be fine. Like, you don't have to watch all 3 hours. And I think that, for me, is something that I can't, like, really wrap my head around. So, yeah.
All with real unlimited data on
alrighty, let's see what we got here. Oh, you know what? We're on commercial break. Oh, I forgot to mute the commercials. Wow, that's so annoying. Usually I mute the commercials, and this time I just forgot. My bad. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me go back to the games. I got a few left for the Guess the Wrestler, so let's do it. Here we go. Guess the Wrestler. These are Royal Rumble pictures. Who is this? Also, if you're here, if you're enjoying yourself, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I am 426 subscribers away from 200K, guys. 426. Also, if you guess Chelsea, you are correct. Actually, oh, wait, hold on. They came in sooner. Okay, right here. Don the Visionary, Jay Moscow, Vlad 3, Icy Christian, Leo Ahren, Dylan, Benoit, Prince J, Greg Cody, Austin Wright, Andrea Price, Infamous DJ1, Wilbur 59, Tunde Uwad, Big G, Bryn Hawking, Daniel, Future King, Arthur Thompson, Carlton, everybody there guessed Chelsea Green. So good job. That was the original picture right there. All right, and here is the next one. Who is this? Sorry, I'm just laughing that I put a butt on the screen. But to be fair, it's like side butt, so that's good. Like it's not like just directly. All right. I was just trying to get the print. All right, Braun Breaker is the correct answer. Don the Visionary got that. Icy got that. VSW Vlad 3. Jay Moscow, Ahren, Christian Carlton, Infamous DJ 1, Leo Poroy, Carlos V, Prince J World, Atticus, Corey, Arthur Thompson. Good job, everyone. Let me keep it moving. I think we have time for one more, so let's do an easy one. Here we go. Who is this? Yes, exactly. Leo Poroy says, seen the speed clip enough times to know that. Exactly. Not the side butt. All right, and the answer we're looking for here is Jay. Yeet, exactly. Corey got that. Don the Visionary got that.
Pretty Deadly's going to get a title shot.
Ahren got that. Atticus got that. Corey, Tunde, David, Jay Uso, Carlton, Austin, Jay, Austin, Jay, Anthony, Jeremiah, Andrew, Andrea, DJ, Con, Britt, Vlad, Daniel, Paul, Prince Jay, and Andrea, and several others. All right, good job, everyone. I only got one left, so we have another commercial, which we will. I'll do the last one there. But we do got a super chat here, by the way. Thank you so much to Jared Palmer, who said, so what happens with Karrion Kross now? Dude, I feel bad. He either, like, he still has Scarlett, so that's good. He and Scarlett, they just got to step it up, and hopefully things begin to click for them. That's all you can do now, is just hope that things click for them, that the feud or the story or the character or something actually clicks. Guys, Sonya Deville has been released by WWE. Sean just tweeted that right now. Unfortunately, as we're talking about releases, Sonya Deville has been released. I feel really sad seeing this news about Sonya because she. Hold on a second, let me retweet that. Damn. She was gone for a while because of the stuff that she went through with that guy who like tried to kidnap her. If you guys remember that.
Congratulations. You've officially pissed off.
Damn, I feel so bad.
But you know we don't like?
Her last tweet is literally, I think it's very clear what our intentions are. Like, that was a while back. So
how many brothers and tag teams are we going to see turn on each other just for them to mend back together because they know the grass isn't green on the other side?
Anyway, she was gone for a long time because of like I said, the situation that she went through with the person who tried to kidnap her, and that obviously, you know, messed with her for a while. And then she came back, and then she was put in the group with Shayna and with Zoe. And unfortunately, they gave them a crap-ass name, and so that has not been working for them, unfortunately. It has not been working for them at all. So I do feel bad for
have you guys had a chance to process
Sonya?
what took place?
That could have been a really cool group, and it just didn't work out.
What happened at the Rumble?
Thank you so much, Jared Palmer.
Just said, well, if this is your backyard, come and kick us out because we're standing right in the middle of it.
Look, the Royal Rumble was the biggest match of our career. At DIY, we had you beat. We would be the WWE Tag Team Champions.
No, so fast. What you two need to do is stop complaining and get over it. Ya superen lo perdieron.
Just let it go. You lost. It's time.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Pure Fusion Collective wasn't in the best game. It was not.
Stepping up because last week when we
really
did
not.
Up, what'd you do?
No.
You walked out.
You were the selfish one. You walked out. Hey! You two couldn't take the heat, so you got out of the kitchen. Now, if you want to step up to the machine guns play,
right? Is that what you were about to say?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Gentlemen, caballeros, I understand your frustration. I really do. In fact, no one is more upset with the Prophets than Legado del Fantasma. Reason being, the Street Profits started the whole mess by attacking us for no reason. I know you remember that. That, on top of all the opportunities ripped off of our hands, puts me, us, but especially these two gentlemen, really frustrated. So if it's a fight you're looking for, you got it. Next week, be prepared.
I mean, the entire tag team division is angry right now. Of course, the Street Profits a week ago, Royal Rumble, attacking both teams that were in the title match. Montez Ford posting pictures on X and simply writing, "We're beating all the allegations." All right, wait, next
Oh,
week, we're gonna
Samantha
be
Irving
in
is
Washington,
dropping a new
D.C. for
song in
SmackDown.
1 week.
Continue to fill out
I'm like,
the
everyone's
Chamber.
posting
It's
news
also
today.
very attractive
This is the
title.
newsy
show is
little
already
evening
lining up
here.
to be an absolute banger. Wow, the champ Tiffany Stratton is going to put the
All right, so
gold
Tiffany
on
Stratton
the
versus
line
Nia Jax
against
next
the
Friday.
former champ and her former mentor, the woman she cashed the money in the bank briefcase in on, Nia Jax.
We got David Primero who says, will they remove the release superstars from 2K? I don't think so. I think they might still be in the game. I'm assuming they would still be in the game. That'd be kind of fucked up, right? Like, you're gone, toodaloo, bye-bye, you can't have anything. Yeah, that would be messed up. So hopefully they don't release them from the 2K game. Plus, so much work goes into, you know, putting these characters together on the game. I can't imagine that they would just be like, maybe they will, I don't know. It would suck though, so I'm gonna say hopefully not. I don't recall what they've done in the past when this has happened though. I do not recall. Thank you, David.
I ain't taking a backseat for nobody. That bell rings. I don't know your ass.
Damian Priest, a force to be reckoned with.
So far, releases have been Sonya Deville, AOP, and Paul Ellering. And Cedric Alexander are the names that have been released so far from the company.
I am not someone that's easy to miss.
This man is massive. Braun Strowman is absolutely unstoppable right now.
The last thing you want is to get in my ring.
This should be a good match, by the way. This triple threat should be a good match.
I'm about to beat your ass from post to post.
Jacob Fatu is an absolute menace.
Thank you, Cody. He says, unless a situation like Vince and Brock last year to stay in the game. Yeah, because I remember Brock was removed. Yeah, I do remember that. Ramon says, they don't remove wrestlers from video games when the game is close to being released. Yeah, that would really suck. It's like not just for the wrestlers, but for the people that put in the work to put that up there, you know? We're just stuck across the board. But hopefully they don't. And Sonya, I imagine she'll find herself someplace good, I think. I feel like she's a decent enough name, I think, to end up someplace. TNA, AEW, I don't know. I guess it depends on what she would want to do. Prince J World says, Denise, who's your favorite wrestler? My favorite current wrestler is Will Ospreay. And my favorite current lady wrestler is Bianca Belair.
Rocket ride of Jey Uso somehow flies higher.
More yeeting, everybody. Telling you, it's a workout.
Team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. From
Just me, Oos.
California.
Day one, it's just me, Oos.
Main event. Jey Uso.
Simply an indefatigable audience here in Memphis who are yeeting non-stop, bringing the energy and the hype for the Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso.
It's Jey and Cody Rhodes back together. The Rumble winner. The
You think we'll see Solo tonight?
Against Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga next.
Oh, we're going to commercial break. Wait, are we going to commercial break? Yes, we are. Okay, commercial break. All right. So with that being said, let me get into the last one for our game here. The last image. Who is this? All righty. Here we go. We got the answers. If your answer was Joe Hendry, you are correct. Christian got that. Ahren got that. Nick the Creator got that. Let me see. Arthur Thompson got that. Jeremiah Pete got that. Big G got that. Austin Wright got that. Infamous DJ1. Bryn Hawking got that. Superfro. Sean also had that. Wait, yeah. Sean and Jeremiah and Gardner Huff also had that too. There you go. And here is the picture. The original. Oh wait, that's not the original picture. Oops, I deleted the original picture. No! I don't know how that happened. I guess I deleted it without realizing it. Anyways, well, that was Joe Hendry, my friends. Like, that was Joe Hendry. So either way, we are correct. Also, in the meantime, guys, while we are on a commercial break, allow me to promote my YouTube channel. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I am 425 followers away from, I'm 425 away from I don't even know what I'm adding anymore. 200,000. 425 subscribers away from 200K. Please subscribe if you're here watching on Twitch. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo. If you're on Twitter, go to youtube.com/Denise Salcedo. If you're already here on YouTube, you're already here. You just press the one button and you are in. Help a girl out, get to 200K so I can finally celebrate. And then from there, I will push on for the journey to 300K. So hopefully it happens soon. I've been on the road to 200K for a minute now. So hopefully that happens pretty soon. All right. Thank you so much to Infamous DJ1. Says subscribe if you haven't. Exactly. All righty. And yeah, that's where we're at right now, guys. Thank you so much, Prince J. That's a very nice, kind thing to say. Please do subscribe. And I did upload a brand new video today with Harley Cameron. We did an interview. So if you're a Harley Cameron fan, she doesn't do very many interviews that I know of. So maybe you guys will really get to know something more about her there. And then who else? I did an interview with Tiffany Stratton where we did Never Have I Ever. Very cute, very fun. Quick interview with Penta. Check that one out. I wish I got longer interviews, guys, but I get what I take what I can get. So anytime I get an interview with someone, I try to like maximize my minutes and get whatever I can. So the interview with Penta is another one. Chatted with Natalia. I was only allowed one question with Bailey, so I did get that one. Bailey's up there too. Who else did I talk to for Rumble weekend? I posted a short with Carlito. He played the GOAT game that is also up in the shorts tab. So there's quite a bit that's up right now.
Bucket list.
Corey McCarthy says 200K will happen before you know it, Denise. Hopefully. We'll see when it happens. Thank you so much, Corey, for having faith and believing. Thank you, Corey.
Try that at home. Feel the lactic acid build up in your shoulders and then think to yourself, imagine you now have the...
Brent Hopkins says, do any wrestlers follow you on YouTube? I imagine that they do because some of them have told me privately. Like, there have been wrestlers that will privately tell me that, you know, they watch my podcast or they see my interviews. So, yeah, it has happened. So, I don't know if they're subscribed, but I know they've seen it. I don't know if they're subscribed, though, but I do know that a couple of people have told me that they do watch my content. Thank you, Bryn. Frederick Quote says, Denise, are you going to AEW Revolution for the scrum? I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to do a watch along for Revolution, but at the same time, because it's in LA, I feel like I should definitely go. So I'm probably going to go to Revolution. I think the AEW events that I'm attending this year are most likely going to be Revolution, All In, because that's such a huge event. And I think those two, as of right now, are the real big shows that I'm planning on attending. Still haven't like nailed down any of the details yet. I was considering going to Forbidden Door because I was also considering going to the Paris show for WWE. And I think the Paris show might be the week after Forbidden Door in London. So I'm thinking about doing all of that. I'm not too sold yet, though, because the longer I stay, the more that it costs, which means the more content I have to get. And it's very, very hard to get content, of course. So I don't know exactly what my plans are going to be just yet. So we'll see.
And nobody would have begrudged Cody Rhodes taking a week off after what he went through at the Royal Rumble. Not only do you get straight back to the coalface, but now you've got yourself in a dogfight with two lawless, feral thugs. Not smart at all from the champ Cody Rhodes.
Cody said, my doctor's a nice guy, but he's not the WWE champion when addressing medical concerns after the ladder match that took place last Saturday night at Royal Rumble in Indy, defeating Kevin Owens. Elimination Chamber is presented by Nissan Hot and Spicy Firewalk. Every bowl we're bagged you by is another entry into the Can You Handle the Heat sweepstakes.
Sean just tweeted that Blair Davenport has also been released, guys. So Blair is another name of someone that's been released, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. Blair had been, she was drafted, wasn't she? But I think we just never saw it. Yeah, she was drafted. And unfortunately, they never really did anything with her. Like, she was one of those names that was drafted. And even right now, I just forgot. I'm like, was she drafted? Was she not drafted? She was drafted, but unfortunately, they didn't have her do too much. So she has been released from the company as well. So the list is definitely growing of names that have been released. We mentioned earlier Cedric Alexander, AOP, Paul Ellering, Sonya Deville, and now Blair Davenport as well. Very unfortunate stuff, guys. I'm not surprised, though, so far with any of the names that have released this. I think for the most part, everyone's like, oh shit, I might have seen that one coming. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. And this is not the first time we've seen this, so that's what's going on right now.
On those victors as we went off air, and clearly when it comes to Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, winning a match is secondary to being able to legally maim a human being.
Yes.
That's the kind of mindset that Fatu has, clearly. And after what we saw Fatu do to Braun Strowman a couple of weeks ago at Saturday night.
All right, this main event is starting. I know it's kind of weird, right? We're watching SmackDown, but also seeing what's happening on the business side of WWE on social media. But anyways, we have Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Fatu and Tama Tonga. So let's see what we get here.
The Royal Rumble. Oh, and the champ making an early statement.
Oh, almost attempting that Cody cut it, denied by the skills of Jacob Fatu.
But instead, Fatu immediately turns things around.
Oh, a commercial break. All right. All right, let's see what everyone is saying, everyone. Let's see. Is there anybody here that I haven't shouted out, by the way? Anybody here that is maybe watching for the very first time, if this is your first time here on the stream, please don't be shy. Introduce yourself. Let me know what's up. Please do. Oh, shit. That reminds me. I forgot. I have to. So after this, I am going to be joined by Robin Lundberg, who is my co-host every Friday night. To chat some SmackDown, of course. So he'll be joining me. I just remembered I haven't sent him the link yet. Doing that now before I forget. So he'll be here. We'll be chatting some SmackDown. It'll be a good time. Obviously, we'll have to chat about the releases as well. and things of that nature. But we will also, of course, be covering SmackDown. So a little bit of everything will be going down for this here tonight. And then Rally here says, hi Rally here. Shoot name is Jonathan C. I feel like you've told me this before, haven't you? And I might have forgotten, but Jonathan Rally, Jonathan Rally. Jonathan Rally, Jonathan Rallies. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about it like that. I have to think about it in a way that I could connect it to something. My brother's name is Jonathan, so Jonathan Rallies. That's how I'm gonna remember it. Rally Cap Jonathan. That's so funny. All right, I'm gonna have to find a way to just like remember all of that. Let's see what else we got here. We got Day here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, don't feel sad. Wrestlers always come back successful. Not always. Some do, some don't. Some it all depends on everybody's work ethic, of course. We've seen people go off and really just make big names for themselves, and they do better. And then some just kind of you forget about them. They just fade out, or you never hear from them, or maybe you do see them, wrestle on the indies or wrestle in smaller promotions, but they just don't, ever get back to that level. So it really depends on every single person. It depends on their work ethic and what they end up doing. And of course, how over they get with the audience, what opportunities they get, just every little thing matters, Thank you so much, Day. Thank you so much also to Mr. Acosta for the very kind comment. I appreciate your kind words, honestly, really do. And then let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Gardner says, I think they released this happening because they're about to start bringing people up from NXT. I think what I've learned in, sorry guys, I need to drink some. My throat was burning. I couldn't even finish that sentence. Okay, so dang. I think what I've learned is that every release happens for different reasons,
Cody Rhodes here in this tag team.
And sometimes it's obviously when it happened in COVID, when COVID was different, right? That was like budgets and all of that stuff, right? I think in this situation, it's more so of like we either have something for you or we don't have something for you, or it's working or it's not working. That's kind of what it feels like, because so far the people that have been released, if you watch the product, you'll know if those people are connecting, if their storylines are connecting, if they're getting over. You just know. You just know. And so for that reason, that's my assumption on that one. My assumption is more so of like it just didn't work out.
Getting out of the way, and it was Fatu who absorbed that from Tama Tonga as Cody Rhodes is trying to make his way to Jey Uso, but Tama Tonga, and there it is. And here comes the Royal Rumble winner.
And then an update on Sonya. Sean clarified that she was not released, but they did not renew her contract. So just a little bit of a technicality there.
It's WrestleMania main event.
We got David Primero here. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, didn't Cedric sign a new contract? That's messed up. And Blair was supposed to be on the Piper and Chelsea storyline. Feel bad for those wrestlers. Again, I don't know about Cedric if he had signed a new contract. I do not know about that. But yeah, if he did, that would be obviously messed up, especially because I would assume you wouldn't be really expecting it then. And then I don't know what Blair was supposed to be a part of or not. I have no idea about that. She didn't really get like an honest to God opportunity to really make it on the main roster. Like, here's the thing that I feel like if you weren't a big enough, like if you weren't doing so much on NXT and you got called up to the main roster, it almost feels like it just doesn't work out. Like, I can't explain it. That's just something that I've noticed. And for some people, it does. That's not for everybody, of course. But I feel like for more and more people, being called up to the main roster isn't always the best thing, which sucks, but I feel like we've just been seeing a whole lot of that. Cameron Grimes, Dijak, God, there's a few others I'm not even thinking of right now, but there's been a few where I'm just like, oh no, like maybe you should have been better off just staying on NXT. But yeah, David Primero, thank you so much for the super chat. Hopefully there's no more of these releases, but we already know that that's just how it is. Yeah, King of Strong Style says just sucks for some to get called up and don't even get a chance to. Yeah, that's the worst. That's honestly the worst. If you get called up and you don't get a chance to like show yourself, prove yourself, you're like, damn. It's out of your control. It's out of your control. If you didn't get a chance to show anything, it's kind of out of your control. If you did get a chance to show something and it didn't work out, then that's a little bit on you and a little bit on them. It's a little bit on everybody, right? But if you didn't even get a chance to show anything, then that sucks even worse.
Between Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso going up against Fatu and Tama Tonga. Look at this scene here. Friday night SmackDown on USA from the.
All right, we got 4 minutes left on this SmackDown. We did it. Another 3 hours in the freaking books. My next stream after this, by the way, will be on Monday. Monday will be my next stream.
But this is a resurging Cody Rhodes. The snow damage clearly racking his body.
Snap power slam from the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE champ. Disaster kick as Cody Rhodes just digging deep after everything he went through last Saturday.
You just can't keep Jacob Fatu down, though. That's the problem with this guy.
Cody cutter. Fatu's resistance and ability to bounce back is something, but look at that. I mean, just pressing him up into the air.
A 1 count. How do you get a 1 count off a move like this that has beaten countless future Hall of Famers?
Only Fatu, Wade. Only the Samoan werewolf.
All right, sorry guys, had to message Robin just so that he's prepared to talk about these releases.
6'2",
Which I'm sure he is. He's always prepared.
Oh, his head coming down on the.
Oh, okay. Jonathan Carnate here says, "Rally here. I'll just use this forum from now on. Use whatever you want. Trust me. Use whatever you're most comfortable with. I don't want to force you guys to change your usernames or anything, or else I'm gonna have everybody out here with their government. I'm gonna have everybody out here with their government name. Please, I want everybody with their exact name on their birth certificate." Middle name and everything included.
All the way to the pinnacle of this industry.
And now up top, but Fatu breaks free, gets to the apron, and pushes Cody.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. You're right, Dylan. He says Sonya and Mandy joined TNA Fire and Desire reunion. That's right.
Hook in the leg for the win, and Cody survives, able to get that left shoulder up. Great action.
Dragon RMD says just pin Tama Tonga already. For real. We already know what's gonna go down.
Here's the treatment.
Just lining him up as a target for Fatu.
Jey Uso sliding back into the fray.
Jey comes to the rescue. Oh my!
I love the way Fatu sold for that. He just like bounces. Nope, here we go. Be hit him with the crossroads. Oh no, not on Tama Tonga! I can't believe it. That's too funny. PC Funk says my name is Carl. Oh, what's up, Carl? See, I only know you guys by whatever your username is. Unless you guys reveal your shoot names. Y'all are in kayfabe, all right? Y'all are in character. If you got your whatever random name you got, You're in kayfabe.
And as we went to Hell in a Handbasket, QB warned Cody Rhodes doing what he does best, hitting crossroads.
Christopher Snow says, I missed all the games. Oh, no, Christopher. Oh, they're solo. I was wondering if he was going to pop up.
The spike comes in, Solo returns. The last time we saw
Oh, man. We're still going to continue this Solo Sikoa Cody stuff?
he was booed out of here. Now he's back and on the attack. Solo Sikoa.
Well, at least he made a statement.
Previously.
All right. Let me get this ready for the post show. 1 second, everyone. 1 second. Robin will be joining me in a minute here. We'll give him a second to log in. And as soon as he logs in, we will go ahead and get our show started once he gets in here. So let's see. Let me, I'm going to wait for Robin to come in. And then I'm just going to touch up my face and turn on my light. But I'll wait for Robin to get in here so someone could take care of the stream for 45 seconds or so. All right. And I also need to get the results of this show. All right, cool. Hey, Robin.
What up? What up?
How are you? Good to see you.
Good, good. Doing well.
All right. I need you to take over the stream for like 45 seconds. Can you do your thing? Just promote or something. I'm just going to go turn on my light really quick and touch up my lips. Hold on.
Right, I'm gonna go dye my hair.
I'll be back.
All right. Robin Lundberg here, of course. Denise Salcedo was just there. She'll be right back in just a second as we do the Friday night SmackDown post-show review. Of course, you can catch it every Friday here on Denise's channel. We're fresh off of SmackDown that saw the return of Solo Sikoa. So, of course, we'll get into that. I was kind of caught off guard. I wasn't expecting that Solo return. I like the interplay between Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Jimmy Uso in that segment. And then there were some releases today from WWE. So we'll delve into all of that. A week off of what I would consider the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. Recency bias often plays into these sort of things where it happens fresh and you go, that's the greatest ever, and you don't really put it into context. But when you talk about the storytelling of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, in that moment, Roman, Seth, Punk, Cena, and everybody that was in the ring there, and then the way Jey Uso won, that was really incredible. But it brought us to tonight, and now Denise has indeed returned. My filler is finished.
Thank you so much, Robin. I appreciate you for that. I was like, oh, I'm going to need Robin to take over for like a bit because I was sitting here doing the watch along and I'm like, after a while, I start to get like fugly. So we're going to go ahead and get into everything, but let's do this, guys. Here we go. Let's start our show in 3, 2, 1. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Friday night, February 7th. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, reunited once again with Robin Lundberg to chat some WWE SmackDown. Before we get into SmackDown, of course, we do have some breaking news in regards to some WWE releases and some contracts not being renewed, which we will get to in just a moment. But first and foremost, Robin, how are you? And are you riding on a high after all of Kendrick Lamar's Grammy wins?
No, it was a fun weekend last weekend, right? Like you had the Royal Rumble, which left me on a high. Then there was the Luka Doncic trade Saturday night, which I'm going to tie into what we're about to discuss in a minute. But that was like, what? For real? And then Sunday morning, there was the Indiana Fever made a big signing. And of course I cover that. And then Sunday night was the Grammys. And I really like the Grammys because it's like a concert. Like it's like a, some of these other award shows, I don't really like, if I didn't watch these Oscar movies, I don't care. Like, at least in this case, I don't even have to have listened to the album. I can hear a performance. Like I went and found the song that Billie Eilish performed because I was like, oh, I dig this, and I went and listened to that after the fact. And then of course, Kate out winning and your girl, Taylor Swift, she always seems to have a good time at the Grammys as well. And now I'm hyped for the Kendrick Lamar concert this weekend, also known as the Super Bowl.
I know. Oh my God, hearing you run down everything that just happened. That reminds me when I was in Indiana, I was in the arena and I seen all of the Indiana Fever like merchandise. And I felt so stupid because I was walking and I really wasn't thinking about it. And then I turned and I looked and I was like, oh yeah, Mom, this is where they play. And it was just like I had such a like slow moment, and instantly I thought about you, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could tell Robin, but I'm like, she already knows. Whatever, we'll be fine. But yeah, hearing you run down all of this stuff, there really is a lot going on. I obviously can't wait for the Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing how Kendrick presents his his halftime performance, since we know it's always very, the performances at the Super Bowl are very splashy and things like that. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good time.
Well, usually, I mean, the halftime performance is actually more watched than the game. Generally, like I think it's 128 million viewers, 130 million viewers for the halftime last year, because the Super Bowl is like its own thing. I always say the end of the NFL season in reality is kind of the conference championship games, because once that happens, the Super Bowl becomes this like Americana pop culture, commercials, parties, concerts, that for the people that weren't there the whole time, and for the football fans that were there the whole time, it's a little bit of a different feel and event.
Yeah, they only care if their team is in it. If not, it's like, oh man, my team didn't make it. Boo. But yeah, I'm not surprised by that, because it's like, okay, like let's say you're not a football fan, but you're like, damn, I want to see Kendrick or whoever it is that's performing every year. So yeah, I can see that stat definitely being true. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the wrestling talk of the day. I really hate to start the show this way, but of course we got to get into the breaking news of today. And during this show, during SmackDown, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful was sharing on his Twitter some of the breaking news regarding some of the contracts that weren't renewed from WWE, and some people who were just released. So either way, the names that are currently are now gone from the company include Blair Davenport, AOP, Paul Ellering, Cedric Alexander, and Sonya Deville. I don't think I missed anybody. Did I miss anybody? So already though, those are a couple of names that Robin, part of me is really not surprised, unfortunately, because for example, with Sonya, I kind of felt like the group with PFC, they weren't really like, things weren't really moving along with that group. Unfortunately, I think what really hurt them was the name. I think the group itself could have been very freaking cool, because you had all of these, very, very like tough women part of this stable, and all of these girls that can go, like Shayna, Zoe, and Sonya, they can all go. And so I was very bummed out that the group was given such a crappy name, because that took everybody's like interest away from that. Blair Davenport, she had been called up to the main roster. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see too much from her. So she didn't really get, I would say, a fair opportunity to really show what she can do on the show, which is definitely unfortunate. AOP and Paul Ellering, part of the Final Testament, we all know that group was really just not, they just weren't succeeding on the main roster. They could have probably found something else for them to do, but they just didn't. Cedric Alexander, he was over on NXT, and as of late, he was just going out there. He was having his matches. I was actually surprised to see him be released, considering that the men's division on NXT is very, very slim. So, yeah, it's very unfortunate, man, seeing these names. Anytime anybody loses their job, it definitely sucks. But at the same time, I'm kind of not surprised so far with any of the names, which is unfortunate, of course.
Look, yeah, let me preface this by saying, of course it sucks. And of course my heart goes out to them. Look, I've been through it. I've been through it where the names came out publicly in the same sort of fashion, right? Other times I've shared it myself, but I've been through when I lost my job at ESPN in 2017, it was part of a mass layoff where it was all reported out, like, and so-and-so has been released, so-and-so. So I've been through it where it's put in the paper and all that. So it only amplifies that feeling that you're feeling yourself. Now, the bright side of that is some of these folks will go on to have success elsewhere or back in the WWE in the future. That's inevitable. We've seen it before. To your point, though, I'm generally not surprised by these things because generally the releases are coming. They're not a Luka Doncic level surprise where it's like, I can't believe this has happened. They're not even a Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble surprise where you're like, wow, Jey Uso won. Generally, these things are players who were bit players, who were kind of rudderless, who hadn't found it. And it just felt like they were, you wouldn't have missed them necessarily if you didn't hear that they were released. And that sounds cold. I don't mean that to anybody personally. I'm just talking about a consumer of the product and the show. Like if you hadn't told me that news and they just didn't appear for a while, I don't know if I would have missed them. And that in itself speaks to the release. I think the one that surprised me the most was probably Sonya Deville, simply because she was just in the Rumble, right? And she's probably the biggest name of the bunch. Maybe had reached the highest level of notoriety, but none of them completely shocked me. And we'll see which of that group winds up finding whatever it is they have within them to succeed somewhere else or back in WWE in the future.
Yeah, I think Sonya was also a surprising one too, especially because she had kind of been through a lot in the last couple of years. I was mentioning on the watch along how she did take a time away because, she had gone through something very terrifying where, a fan tried to kidnap her. And I mean, I remember her being gone for a long time following that because I can imagine that's very, traumatizing and terrifying. And, she came back. I don't remember if she got injured or not. She did actually remember when she was with Chelsea. That was right. Then she had an injury. And so then she was gone after that for that injury. And then she came back. And then that's finally when they put the group together with PFC. And then it just didn't end up working out. So of course now, I don't know if the group is going to stay together and maybe Zoe and Shayna will be a tag team possibly. I don't know. The other person that you got to wonder how things are going to work out for them now that these people are gone is Karrion Kross. It hasn't been too hot for Karrion Kross on the show, and now losing pretty much his entire group, everybody but Scarlett. What does this look like for Karrion Kross? What can be done?
I think it might be a good thing for him. I mean, I feel like he's gotten a little bit more juice in recent weeks than he has in most of his WWE tenure. I mean, since he came up, I feel like the biggest impact he made was that debut. I think it was on a SmackDown. Did he come out and put the timer or whatever it is?
Yes, that
timer.
Little TikTok thing he was doing.
Yeah, on the ring apron. I believe he did that in a main event match on a SmackDown. And people are like, oh, there's Karrion Kross. In fact, I think I did bust it open the next day, and we talked about that. That it was like the lead of the show. So since then, he hasn't. I've seen him do really well in interviews and stuff outside of the ring, but I've noticed them integrating him in pieces of what's going on. Like didn't he have the backstage promo with Sami Zayn a couple weeks ago in the midst of what's going on? So maybe, I mean, it can't be the worst thing for him because I don't know what his contract status was, and maybe it was just a function of his contract status, but he's not included in those names. So that means he could have future plans. And as you said with the other faction, it didn't exactly hit. So when something is not working, it's better to get out of it sooner rather than later.
Right. So, I mean, of course it sucks and we'll see what ends up happening with that. But that is the latest. Of course, I hate to kick off the show in such a bumming kind of a way. But of course, I'll be keeping an eye out on social media in case any more other names drop or are revealed here. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's about the extent of that. But I will be keeping an eye out on that. Let's go ahead and get into some super chats, though. We got Kevin Zwicker, by the way, who says, I love you, Solo. We'll get into Solo Sikoa in just a moment. The Moneymaker Chris says, hey, Denise and Robin, we are getting a double dose of WWE in DC next week, SmackDown and Vengeance Day. I'll be at both shows. Can't wait. Dude, I love when that happens, when it's in your hometown. You get to watch multiple shows. There's nothing better than that. So I hope you enjoy yourself, Chris, and I hope you have a good time at both of the shows. And let me know how they go. Send me some tag me in some pictures or something. I hope you have a good time. All right, everyone. So let's get to it. Because we did get a super chat already on this, I guess we'll start there. And that was Kevin Zicker who had said, "I love you, Solo." So let's start with Solo Sikoa's return. There's not too much to really like give off on this, but basically we had this tag team match that was made at the top of the show between Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. And you're probably wondering, wait, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, how did this happen? Well, Jey Uso had appeared on SmackDown to kind of talk to Cody Rhodes. Obviously having won the Royal Rumble, he does have that possibility of having a match with Cody Rhodes. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen. They seem to be on, each other's side, seem to be friends. So it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. And I think we all kind of knew it wasn't. But they found themselves in a tag team match here tonight with Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. After Cody Rhodes did the crossroads on Tama Tonga, pinned him 1, 2, 3, Solo Sikoa came from behind and hit Cody Rhodes with the Samoan spike, laying him out, and we closed out the show with Solo Sikoa. We hadn't seen Solo in a minute. He'd sort of been not the same Robin after the events that unfolded with him and Roman Reigns. It just wasn't Solo Sikoa just wasn't the same guy the last couple of weeks.
Well, he didn't say anything. And then he disappeared, right? Yeah, he came out, which made you wonder, is there friction in the bloodline and what have you? I'll say two things for this bit at the end. One, I wasn't expecting it. It caught me by surprise. Maybe it shouldn't have, because it was bloodline related and bloodline, shenanigans have been going on for a long, long time. So maybe I shouldn't have been caught by surprise, but I did not expect Solo Sikoa's appearance. And number two, I think it's interesting because maybe we wrote him off a little quick, right? Like he lost that big match to Roman Reigns, and it's like, okay, what's next for Solo Sikoa? Is he just going to kind of drift away or play a side role or something like that? To immediately come back and attack Cody Rhodes gives some sort of indication that he's going to be a part of some of the major storylines, and they continue to view him as a big time player. So those were my two takeaways. One, cool surprise at the end because I wasn't expecting it. And two, maybe they, don't want to just take what they did with Solo Sikoa since last WrestleMania and throw it in the garbage because he lost on the Netflix debut.
See, I feel like I had totally different reactions. One, I was expecting Solo to appear because I thought to myself, like, okay, if this is just a clear victory for Cody and Jey, does this really go anywhere, right? Not so much, right? And so I thought, okay, maybe this is the place where Solo Sikoa does return, especially because at the top of the show, when we had Jacob Fatu mention how Cody took the title away from his family and his family needs it back, I started to think, is Jacob Fatu referring to himself or is he referring to Solo Sikoa? That was never, ever really explained here. I think people were probably just assuming. However you took that, you were assuming whether he was speaking for himself or speaking for Solo or whatever, right? We definitely know he wasn't speaking for Jey Uso because he told Jey Uso he wasn't shit, basically. And so, but the whole time that I was watching that, Robin, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, we're probably going to see Solo Sikoa today because as of right now, who is the new bloodline still a thing? I mean, they have to be, right? Because it's in their bloodline, but are they still going to push it as much? Where's Solo Sikoa? It felt like tonight was definitely the night where you needed some answers. And so he's back now. My second reaction to that was, oh no, we're going back to Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go back to that. We've already seen that. And I feel like we've already seen everything we need to see from it. So him coming out and Samoan spiking Cody, of course, we're going to go and circle back to that because, Cody isn't going to take that lane down. I'm not excited about that. I was kind of excited about seeing maybe Jacob Fatu start to establish himself as a guy who may be coming for Cody's title.
I think it's too soon for that. Just because Cody's got the WrestleMania business to attend to. And there ain't that much time between now and WrestleMania at this point. Like it's actually, coming up rather quickly. So I'm not sure, if this just means Cody and Solo have a program or if it was just a good way to sort of establish Solo Sikoa's back and not to be trifled with and go at Cody. And of course, Jay is the familial tie. I mean, I get what you're saying. I wouldn't be excited if it's, headlining the next PLE. Yeah, I'm with you there.
No,
but
no.
I do think Cody and, has bigger things down the pike real soon. So I don't know if that's, necessarily laying the seeds for that. As far as Jacob Fatu, I think they've already built him into a monster, and they kind of just have to wait for all the other stuff to be settled. Because I could see is Jacob Fatu, like, let's say Jay wins against Gunther at WrestleMania, gets the title, eventually Fatu being the one to take that title off Jay, and that being his ascension. But those are just things, theories thrown out there. As far as I didn't read too much, I guess I didn't read as much as you are into it being Cody Rhodes the target, as much as Cody Rhodes was in there. Cody Rhodes is the big baby face. Solo's coming back and he attacks the big baby face.
Yeah. Well, I just know I'm like, he's going to have to get his revenge for that. Like, there's no way. So we're going to have to get something from that. I'm like, I think I've seen as many Cody Rhodes Solo Sikoa matches as I want to see in my lifetime. So I'm good with that right now. With that being said, let's go ahead and transition to a match that I definitely do want to see. And that is Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. So this was something I was so excited about. And it got really, really good. Like, it got to a point where I'm going, all right, like, this is taking off, and then it was the legs were cut from underneath it, which is fine, I guess, because we still got plenty of time to see more between Charlotte and Tiffany. But basically what we got here was Charlotte, bragging about herself, right? She's embracing the fans booing her, and Tiffany Stratton goes out there and she tells her, I came up when I was coming up, everybody was saying, oh, you're going to be the next Charlotte Flair. You're the next Charlotte. Or everybody was constantly comparing her to Charlotte Flair. She was in Charlotte Flair's shadow. And she said, please pick me at WrestleMania so that I can defeat you and that I no longer will be compared to you. I won't be the next Charlotte Flair. I will be the first Tiffany Stratton. And I freaking loved that promo, Robin. I thought she completely brought it. And what I loved even more was how mean and how savage Charlotte Flair was to Tiffany, where she told her, when I spoke to Rhea, I saw a kid. When I speak to you, I see a child. And obviously, belittling a little bit of Tiffany Stratton's personality, right? She comes out in pink and sparkles, and she has a higher pitched voice than Charlotte Flair. So she's going to come across as a lot more youthful for sure. So I think that Charlotte used that and turned it around and, to insult Tiffany Stratton, which I thought was great. But her telling Tiffany, you're going to have to get on your knees and beg me to have a match with you because I am going to make you essentially famous if I work with you. I loved this. I was so into it.
Well, that makes sense, right? Because if you think about it logically, as much as we want to see Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, because it's going to be a banger, no doubt. And I think if they do have a match, it only makes sense for Tiffany Stratton to win so that she can be made famous in that regard, going over the great Charlotte Flair. But at the same time, from Charlotte Flair's point of view, wouldn't you look at Rhea Ripley and think more, that's my equal, right? Like, they had that awesome match at WrestleMania, 2 years ago? I mean, that's what she would be thinking. She should be thinking, well, it's Tiffany Stratton. She just got here. You ain't on my level, Barbie doll or whatever you are. So that encompasses probably how her character and how she should be feeling, which is going to make it interesting to see how Tiffany ignites the desire from Charlotte Flair to take her on. Like, because, it's one thing to be condescending about it and say, you're not on my level and you're going to have to beg me. Okay, what is it about it that's going to transpire that's going to make Charlotte Flair go, oh yeah, it's me and you?
Yeah, like, what can she do to basically piss her off enough to say that, yeah, fine, we're going to do this freaking match? I don't know. I feel like if she just continues to go out there and or people start to maybe point out that Charlotte may be threatened, at some point, people are going to have to call her out and say, you might be threatened of Tiffany Stratton, or Tiffany Stratton herself can say, you're threatened by me. You're hopefully we see Tiffany Stratton go out and defend the title, get a bunch of wins, and continuously, rub it into Charlotte's place, continuing saying, hey, I'm better than you. I'm accomplishing this. I'm accomplishing that, to the point where Charlotte finally gets fed up and chooses Tiffany Stratton. I feel like that is what's going to have to happen at some point. And it's funny too, because Tiffany Stratton is still technically a heel, Robin. But in this situation, she felt like the baby face. Everybody was chanting Tiffy time. I love when Charlotte just referred to her as Tiffy instead of Tiffany. All of those little extra touches. I know everyone's always talking shit on Charlotte, but damn it, does Charlotte make a good freaking heel? And that's exactly everything that I wanted from these two girls is what we got in this segment.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make it's impossible to make Charlotte Flair a babyface, I think. And she played off of it really well. I mean, I think, she harnessed out, even when she first got in the ring, you're going to boo, whatever, like, she harnessed whatever the energy that came from her winning the Royal Rumble was and used it to her advantage, like a true pro, like a true legend of the game. And yeah, she nailed it to a T. I thought the segment went well. I thought, Nia Jax coming out sets up a pretty good match for a TV show, on a SmackDown between Nia and Tiffy, who haven't really gotten that. They haven't had that, run it back from the cash in, right? So that makes sense to help us get to the build of where we're going. So I thought it was well executed and clearly, even the fact that they were mentioning the fantasy GMs booking that match before on commentary, I have to believe that's where we're headed to Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Oh, yes. Like, no, this doesn't feel like that was one of my issues. Like when Jey Uso first came out to like confront Cody today, I'm like, this definitely feels like a filler because we all know he's going to face Gunther versus this one with Tiffany and Charlotte. It didn't feel like that. It felt like, okay, this is the beginning of this story. This is the beginning, and we're going to see which road they end up taking, obviously, or how they end up telling the story, rather. So for me, I was so into this. That's why I was so mad when Nia Jax came out. I was like, no, damn it, Nia, get out. I'm enjoying this right now. But she was so funny. She just went out there, poked fun at them, calling them blondies, going back and forth. And this really didn't lead to too much except for Alexa Bliss coming out, and then Candace LeRae had already came out there with Nia Jax. And this then led to the match between Alexa Bliss and Candace LeRae to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Alexa Bliss, this was her first singles match since January 2023. I can't, every time I hear that, Robin, and I think to myself, holy shit, we're already in 2025. First off, time flies by way too freaking fast. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, she's been gone for a year. And no, it's been way longer than that. So I was very happy to see Alexa Bliss back. Not only did she get a win, but we did get some Wyatt 6 teases here with the glitching of the screen, as well as her obviously executing the Sister Abigail for the win. What'd you make of this?
Well, I mean, I think her return popped people. And I feel like she's the best chance for the Wyatt 6 at this point. We may have discussed this before, but even to the late, great Bray Wyatt to a degree, the supernatural characters, I always feel like the build supersedes the payoff. The build is always bigger. It always, like, even with this recent incarnation, all the little clues and the QR codes, and then that entry on Raw where they left everybody bloody and dead in the hallway or whatever it was. And since then, kind of crickets. Alexa Bliss is the best injection of life into that. We'll see if it can work. Really the Undertaker is about the only supernatural character that's kind of stood the test of time, I believe. But Alexa Bliss has that look and charisma about her, and hopefully she's the thing they needed to kind of get a fresh start on SmackDown and going forward.
See, you make a good point, and I guess you're like more optimistic than me because my original thought was, no, keep her away from that because right now the Wyatt 6, like they're not entertaining right now. Like we're hardly ever seeing them on TV. Like you said, it's crickets. It's not really going anywhere. The execution, I don't think, has been what people anticipated from the group. And so to me, I'm like, keep Alexa Bliss away from that. Like let her do her own thing. Let her find her own, supernatural version, or don't even do the supernatural, just do something with just Alexa. And that's what I was kind of hoping for. And then so that's primarily why I didn't want to see Alexa Bliss back in the group. But then once I saw that they were doing this teases, I'm like, okay, that's where we're going. It is what it is. Oh yeah, the other reason was to me, the female star of the group should have been Nikki Cross, right? Like, she's all creepy, she's scary. That should have been, she should have been the forefront in terms of having been the only woman on the group. So I look at that and I didn't want to see Alexa Bliss in the group, but now she definitely is. So you're right. This could be the thing that saves the group.
And maybe she's the face of forget the female star. Maybe she's just the star.
Right.
She's the one that's got the most potential in my mind.
I feel you. All right. You're changing my mind on this, Robin. I wasn't in love with the idea, but I'm willing to change. All right, we got Stephen Marchulli here who says Charlotte versus Tiffany. Take my money. Who wins? I really hope that it's Tiffany. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs. Tiffany needs to defeat Charlotte. I don't want to see the same thing play out that happened with Charlotte and Rhea. Let's tell a different story. Let's shock people and have Tiffany Stratton win.
Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing. I think it does a lot more for Tiffany Stratton than it does for Charlotte Flair. The only way I could see it playing out otherwise is if they did like 3. And Charlotte wins the first one, and then Tiffany wins 2 and 3 to get to, conquer that queen, if you will. That's the way I would buy it with a Charlotte Flair win. And people will be pissed off and upset. And then you could play off of that, people being pissed off and upset and invested in Tiffany Stratton. So if Charlotte Flair wins, I hope that's the direction they're going. The worst possible outcome is Charlotte Flair wins, and then we just move on from this. Charlotte Flair continues with her
They
title
circle
reign.
back to it 3 years later.
Yeah, that I don't think would work. So I either think, and I would hope Tiffany wins. I mean, and I think it'll be a great match, and that's my number one outcome. But I could at least see the idea of Charlotte winning and then Tiffany having to conquer that back.
We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, hey, Denise, did you notice Pretty Deadly called the SmackDown Tag Team Champion NXT Tag Team Champion? What's up, Robin? Hope you're doing good. I did not notice that. However, I'm not surprised, though, because Pretty Deadly did spend a lot of time on NXT. So maybe they was just thinking it. But no, I didn't notice that. Good catch. We got Hound Justice CR7 who says Blair Davenport was released alongside 4 more people. They could have just put her back in NXT, but releasing her seems unfair. Yeah, so just in case you guys missed it, we did cover this at the top of the stream, but just to add to this, it sucks because, like I said, when you don't get a chance to show something, it's like you can't, if you're Blair Davenport and you got released, you can't be like, oh, well, maybe if I did this differently or if I did that differently. You can't even think like that because you didn't even get a chance to even show anything, right? And I feel like the reason they didn't send her back to NXT is because NXT already has so many girls there. So they probably felt like, oh, she's not necessarily needed there because of how many women they already have. But I feel like Blair, definitely there was a spot for her on the main roster because we were, how many times don't we see a lot of the same people in the same matches over and over? And Blair would definitely be somebody, even if you're not planning on telling a big story for her, even if you're not planning a journey for her like you would Tiffany Stratton or, Jade Cargill or whoever is on top, she can still be somebody in there that you can rely on to like have good matches and just, be a body, be somebody to like have wrestling matches with. That's why part of me is like, yeah, I do think that they could have definitely found a place for Blair. And I felt bad because when I saw that she had been released, my initial thought was, wait, didn't she get called up? And I wasn't even that sure about it because we didn't get to see her that often. And I remember thinking, yeah, she got called up. Oh, yeah. But I had to double check just to make sure that I was right about that, which should kind of tell you, how little they actually did with her on the main roster.
Well, I mean, to be blunt, nobody who got released is somebody that they valued to a high degree, right? But oftentimes in these situations, you can be collateral damage as well, where the parent company, cuts salary in order to show the shareholders that they're meeting budgets. So that's one thing. And then it's the timing of contracts and the like. So they'll either look at the dollar amount somebody's making and saying we're paying too much for this person relative to what they're doing. And that's an easy cut for us. But a lot of times it's also, I think it was reported with Sonya Deville's contract, right? Like her contract was up. So I promise you, if we look at these people that were released, one thing that is in common is that they weren't really a big part of the plans. But the other thing that is in common is they either had expiring contracts that were coming to an end or some sort of quirk in what was going on there, that the people that were looking at it looked at them and identified them based on that, as well as the fact that they weren't on the marquee for WrestleMania.
No, you do really make a good point there, because sometimes it's just out of your control. It really is. It could be a myriad of things in terms of, I know sometimes we're talking about like, oh, why was this person released? Why was that person released? I feel like just based off of like people that I've interviewed in the past that have been released, everybody has a different story. Everybody heard a different reason. Of course, we as fans can make up our, not make up, but assume certain things. But at the end of the day, again, everyone's journey is just different, and we'll see what happens. But thank you so much, Hound Justice. We got Sean Latham here, who says Alexa versus Tiffany SummerSlam build starts now. I mean, they didn't really interact, but I do think that Alexa would be a fun story for Tiffany Stratton, with definitely Tiffany Stratton, going on top. I think I just feel I want to see Tiffany be booked very strongly, because I really do believe that she is going to be that next big mega superstar for the women. She's making her way there. So, but yeah, Alexa versus Tiffany Stratton is going to be fun to see. But there's a lot of new people that I can't wait to see Alexa sort of mix it up with, or just people that she can resurface with certain feuds.
Well, SummerSlam is a ways away, so I'm not sure, who's going to be in what position at that point, not till August. But I do think if Alexa Bliss is going to be off TV for that long, and then you're going to bring her back in the Rumble, and then you're going to throw her into the group and likely have her be at the forefront of the group, she seems set for a push right now. And we're going to see. We're going to see if she's built for that status, and if it's going to work. And look, if it gets hot enough, maybe she's the one to beat Tiffany Stratton, right? Like, I mean, and then Tiffany's got to try and chase it back. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can go. I feel like, I don't feel like Tiffany needs to be dominant per se. I feel like she's already accomplished so much in becoming a superstar and winning the championship. I just don't want to see her be just, fodder for somebody like Charlotte Flair, fed to Charlotte Flair, and it didn't mean anything. Whatever happens with her, I just want it to mean something.
Yeah, don't discard her. Like, you've got something there. When you got something that's new, you just got to roll with it, We got, thank you so much, Sean. We got Terrence Johnson here, who says the Duke Hudson release was a Triple H call. I see. Yeah, that happened a couple days ago as well. Again, another one that I wasn't surprised by. They tried a couple of things with Duke, and they just didn't, they didn't really work out. And he was part of Chase U, but again, that was like more of the entire group. Like the Chase U people, like they had a lot of fans that watched NXT and enjoyed them. But I think as an individual, it took a second. It really, really did take a second. And even then, I don't know. But I also think that Duke Hudson was another guy, again, given how slim that roster is, like you could still use them for, some wins or something or whatever. But it is what it is, man. We got Anthony Giuliano here, who says, you think Carmelo Hayes will get released soon because he was supposed to be the #1 draft pick going nowhere and just a mid-card guy? So one thing, I do not ever want to speculate on anybody getting released. That's one thing. Two, Carmelo Hayes, yes, he was the #1 draft pick, but I don't see him as not going anywhere. I know he hasn't been presented as like a main roster guy, but I don't think that doesn't mean that there isn't a place for him on the show, or that doesn't mean that he can't become a main top guy. Carmelo Hayes is very, very talented as a wrestler. And think about how good the matches were with him and Andrade, to the point that they had to run those back 7 times. So I do think that sometimes people, I don't know what it is, but I feel like Carmelo Hayes is going out there and he's doing the job, and he's trying to make it work. Like, he really is. Like, even today when that match with Akira Tozawa isn't the most hottest opponent for someone to face. Akira Tozawa is seen at a certain spot on the roster. Right. Okay. I do like what they're having Carmelo Hayes do, though, where like he comes out there, he talks his shit on the microphone. He then goes in there and he probably had the best match I've seen with Akira Tozawa in a really long time. So, of course, I don't want to see him wrestle Akira Tozawa every week, but I definitely do think that Carmelo Hayes will eventually find his footing on the main roster.
Well, I mean, I think that was a Yeah, Carmelo Hayes hasn't won in a while. Let's call Akira Tazawa to SmackDown. Like that was
Poor
kind of
Tazawa. Poor Tazawa.
well, I mean, he embraced it, right? He even embraced what happened to him at the Royal Rumble. So,
I mean, I think Tazawa knows what kind of spot he's in the company,
he make
and
the-
he's making it
most
work.
of
He's
it, yeah.
making it work. He's entertaining. You may not take him seriously, but at least he's getting the job done.
Yeah, exactly. And look, Carmelo Hayes is not. First of all, on the release point, these things tend to happen in waves, like layoffs do in the corporate world. So I don't expect, I think every time we've talked about it, at least it's been the same sort of story. It's like a group, and then a few months later, it's a group, whatever the case. It's not like,
I think this is the second time that you and I have had to talk about releases on the show, and we haven't even been doing the show for a year yet.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of the nature of, I don't know. I don't know how many different times I went through it. Either surviving or not surviving, but hearing, oh, it's the layoff day, and then so that's kind of the way it works in the corporate world. But as far as Carmelo Hayes goes, you got to remember he's also not like Braun Breaker or Jacob Fatu. Like you can't be a Braun Breaker or a Jacob Fatu and come in and eat pins. It takes away your aura. It takes away your mystique. It's like, why is this big badass guy getting his ass beat? Carmelo Hayes is not built like that. He has the luxury, in a way, of being able to build it and earn it over time. I think the only thing that's a bit of a drawback is where he was drafted. But again, where he was drafted should be a signal that is what he was thought of when the draft happened. So has he done anything to lower his standing? I mean, I think he flubbed one promo against LA Knight, but other than that, like he hasn't really done anything to lower his standing. And I think he's starting to do some of his better work of late. So I wouldn't judge him so quickly because I think he has a broad brush to paint with here. A large canvas, I guess, is a better analogy to work with here. And we will see the best of Carmelo Hayes, maybe not at WrestleMania, obviously, maybe not even at SummerSlam, but maybe next year's season, that kind of thing. He's got the time to build a little bit.
I think so too. I really, really do think so too. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into, the next segment that I actually want to get into is the Drew McIntyre, Jimmy Uso bit, because I thought that was actually really hilarious. Man, Drew McIntyre. So he's officially a SmackDown superstar, by the way. But the big thing that really happened here was Drew McIntyre roasting the hell out of Jimmy Uso. He was like, you look exactly like Jay. You guys talk the same. You act the same. You wrestle the same. The only thing that you messed up in was you didn't say yeet first. Oh, man. I was dying with that. We did have LA Knight go out there, and then this led into the triple threat match for the Elimination Chamber spot, and Drew McIntyre, of course, won that and now is in the chamber alongside John Cena and CM Punk with 3 more spots left to be filled.
My favorite segment of the show.
It was so good.
Yeah,
so good.
My favorite segment of the show. I thought Drew was great. I thought Jimmy was great. The line that you quoted obviously was hilarious and maybe partially true. But did you catch what LA Knight said too?
Which part?
When he came out and said the
yes,
he said I had to get my stuff
thing?
off. No, he said I had to get my stuff off or whatever. You remember when Drew McIntyre was thrown out of the Rumble?
Yes.
And all the reports were that
assumed it was Logan Paul that they had been talking about. I wasn't sure if it was LA Knight. So it must have been LA Knight and Logan Paul. So that kind of confirms that it was LA Knight. No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So, after the Rumble, when Drew was thrown out, the reports were that he was pissed off at somebody because they wanted to get all their moves off or whatever and screwed up however it was supposed to go down. And LA Knight made a mention of that in the walkout. Not only did he do like the actual like break of character to Cam and said it's okay for men to cry, but you can't be Drew McIntyre who cries all the time. But he did say, wait, I forgot, I got to get my stuff off, and then goes, and before he got in there. So I think
I didn't catch that. No, you're so right.
Yeah, between that and the Drew barb to Jimmy, and then the way the match played out with the right victor, I think that was my favorite segment of the show.
It was so freaking good. And like, I do feel like that's the thing though. When Jimmy Uso came out, I do kind of feel bad for him though, because the difference between him and Jay, I mean, dude, Jay's up here and Jimmy just feels like a little bit lower on the totem pole, which sucks because it's like you're twins, you're brothers, you know, you guys were a unit and one guy is just like soaring. And I kind of feel bad. I really do. And so now like Jimmy has to find something that makes him uniquely stand out, right? Like I feel like at this point, like I'm even more interested in Solo Sikoa. This is wild. I can't even believe I said that.
Yeah, but I feel like he's doing a good job on the mic. I like the big Jim thing. I think he's carrying himself all right. We'll see where it goes. He could be Tama Tonga.
Oh, that's true. I was gonna say that's true.
Right. There are worse spots in life.
I don't know, but I just feel like he needs to find something that makes him feel different from Jay. Because like even when he was yeeting, even though he's yeeted so much, like he was yeeting too, I'm like, nah, that's Jay's thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that's his.
I mean, that's become its own thing too, right? Like, yeah, I mean, that's why the Drew McIntyre words rang so true, because of how synonymous that's become with Jay. And it's look, with so many of the great tag teams, one of the tag wrestlers goes on to this great solo success, and the other one is Marty Jannetty. And I do think Jimmy, though, to his credit, like in his music hits, there's still a reaction. When he gets on the mic, you're still listening to what he's saying. So you are correct. There's a huge gap, a chasm maybe between Jay and Jimmy, but I also don't see Jimmy as like down here. So there's stuff to work with. He'll probably never get up there again. Maybe he has a program where he and Jay reunite, you know, for a run and for whatever the circumstances are. But I don't pity him because I don't feel like he's presented as a bum either.
Right. I get you. All right. We got a super chat here from Kid Cudi. Thank you so much to Kid Cudi, who says Carmelo wrestles mostly main eventers. His character is cocky. First pick who's trying to prove he was worth it. People have to look at placement on the card instead of wins and losses all the time. Yeah, it was funny because when this conversation started about like, I feel like and maybe this is obviously for everybody where the spotlight can be very hard, right? Where people are because we're watching the product, we're reacting to what the wrestlers are doing. We have certain expectations of certain people. And with Carmelo Hayes, when I was seeing so many people critique him, I remember thinking like, did he even really like mess up? The only thing like you mentioned was the LA Knight promo. It was the one mess up of that promo, but other than that, he's been doing fine. I think the only thing that's different with Carmelo from everybody else is that he doesn't have, you know, this chant thing going. Like there's nothing people are chanting with Carmelo. Like nothing has gotten over yet, but that doesn't mean he's failing though.
Yeah, and remember, now these guys became much more beloved with the fans, and Carmelo has a long way to get there. But how many losses did Jey Uso have before?
Oh man, like a million.
The Rumble. How many losses did Sami Zayn have before he beat Gunther last year at WrestleMania, right? Like, so guys like that, you know, it's just about, I think, finding that whatever it is, that whether it's a feud, whether it's a catchphrase, whether it's a performance that kind of goes, oh shit, you know, this is Carmelo Hayes, he's legit. I think he's conducting himself well, carrying himself well, and like Kid Cudi says there, they're not treating him. He's losing matches, but he's not, you know, it's not like, oh, here comes Carmelo. You know, he's being presented as somebody who belongs in the ring with some of the best.
One of the other things that sort of signifies to me that they see Carmelo a certain way, and this may mean something, this may not mean something, I don't know, but they always send him out to do media. He's one of the guys who's always there doing media. I've at least seen him twice already at these events. And maybe 3 times. I'm lying. 3 times, maybe even more. Who knows? But the fact that they're always sending him out, to me, that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless he's the next in line to be the Miz, right? Like that's otherwise you're that they think you're a good spokesman. You have the right kind of charisma and personality and represent the brand well. So yeah, that's certainly a good thing.
Thank you so much, Kid Cudi. We have Anthony Giuliano who says, Denise, you ready for the meat match? We have Strowman, Fatu, and Priest. Can't wait to see these big men. Dude, when they made that announcement backstage, I was like, wait a minute. Did I hear that right? We're going to have these 3 guys in a qualifiers match together. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that for next week. So looking forward to that. I'm thinking, I don't know who's going to win that. I would ideally like it to be Fatu. But I do think all of these guys kind of have if it's not Fatu, I do think it would be Damian Priest, though, to win.
Yeah, I think what happened with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre may have been some seeds, so maybe we see that continued at the Elimination Chamber. So I actually would probably pick Damian Priest in this match, because I would say maybe Fatu and Strowman continue their beef, and that allows Damian Priest to get the win.
I think so too. I think you're right on that one. Anthony Giuliano, thank you so much for the super chat. All right, let me just sort of go through some of the smaller talking bits that we haven't circled on here for the show, because we basically covered all of the big segments already. Bianca Belair, speaking of the Elimination Chamber, she is qualified. She defeated Piper Niven, so she's in already. I thought that was great. I mean, how do you not have Bianca Belair in it? We also had Pretty Deadly defeat DIY. And it's fine. I don't know if you have anything else to add to that, Robin. It is what it is.
I like Pretty Deadly. I've said that. So there you go.
Yeah, you're like, that's pretty much all there is to add to that. And speaking of Carmelo Hayes, we already said he defeated Akira Tozawa. That was the other bit of what we got there. And I think we actually might have covered everything already. We did. Now that I ran through the entire list, we did it. That was SmackDown, everyone. Wow, another fun show. As always, Robin, thank you so much for doing this with me each and every single week. To everybody here watching, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this podcast review. I'm live constantly. Robin and I are here on Fridays talking SmackDown. All of that. Subscribe to the channel. I'm so close to 200K. I'm like 420 something away. So I can feel it already. But Robin, what do you got going up? Oh, sorry. We got one more super chat. This is from Anthony, who says that Street Profits segment was fire. I don't even remember what happened with that.
They did, I think, like a vignette kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes. I do remember that. It was just kind of a vignette there. Robin, what do you got going on?
You check me out over on the Robin Lundberg Show on YouTube. I also run Women's Fast Break on SI, covering women's basketball. Obviously, you can catch me here with Denise, and check out Raj's, my son's YouTube channel, Raj-Talk. Stated goal of getting more subscribers than his dad.
I love that. Alrighty, guys, that's it for us here today. Have an awesome weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and I will be back here on Monday for the Raw Watch Along. Bye, everyone.